Okay, so is he?
He tried to say that I let a white woman disrespect a black woman, and that he for black people first. That he gonna always protect his black people. But then 4 hours later, I find out he got a child with a white woman. Come on, somebody, how you a black woman first and she ain't the one got your child first? Make it make sense, Sheila.
Just hypocrisy, personally. But I mean, I think that people should be able to defend themselves. It's just like anybody getting into it, going back and forth. Anybody, don't the skin color shouldn't matter. To say that we nut meant the N word, that don't mean that. It really doesn't. But I think they just wanted to gang up and attack FOE Netra and be able to have their little party that they did. They was able to do what they wanted to do and have a whole bunch of folks who already don't like you, or people crawling from under rocks who we ain't heard of in forever talking about I survived FOE bullcrap. When they was over here, we wasn't even FOE, so that didn't even make sense at all.
Which one is right?
Miss Lisa, how did this mom get away with this for 4 years and she had kids to go to school?
I agree with you, niece.
They weren't in school.
Mine was 20.
Yeah,
it was 15.
So no one
I asked that question yesterday. They weren't in school. They weren't in school because they had relocated. So if you never enrolled them, then how somebody can look for students that was never enrolled?
And here, you don't even have to, like, you can take your kids out of school and tell them you homeschooling them, and then that's it. Like, you don't really check up like that no more.
And they said
I just got a question about the home.
She didn't leave out for the whole time that they were there. For I think it was 4 years by themselves. She never left the house.
What criteria do you have to meet to homeschool your kids? Because y'all know I don't mean no harm, and forgive me for what I'm about to say, but all parents ain't that smart. So if you ain't that smart, you out here trying to homeschool your kids. Like, you need to let them people that's certified teach these kids. So what criteria do you have to meet to be out here homeschooling these kids? Because you setting these kids up for failure now.
It's no criteria. They go online and they apply for it, and that's it. They send them the little books and the online work, but there is no checkup. And I guess Lane's saying that that's not true, but when here in Florida, you can either be regular homeschool or you can be virtual. But once you enroll your kid, is that they know they don't come to your house and say, oh, they haven't been to school. Like, they don't do that.
The only time they check when you're a homeschool and you get in state benefits, like the Step Up program or any of the other programs where they're paying you to homeschool your children, they will pop up on you. But if you're not getting those benefits, they don't care. They don't care. They will
I won't try to joke or be funny. That's really a serious concern
thing,
of mine, because listen, everybody ain't really. I mean, you got some teachers out here that ain't really qualified, but that's even. I mean,
for my stepdaughter, what the choices was, she could do virtual, where she could be able to be here and go back and forth between the two states or whatever. But the lady said that with virtual, you have to log in at a certain time and you have a real teacher, you're just home. And then there's homeschool, where ain't no, you gotta, your parent get the book and they teach you like that. And so it just depends on which one you do. But like how it used to be when I was a kid, you ain't show up for a couple of days, they send truancy to you. Like, these kids be out of school, especially after they done hit a certain age, they be out of school for weeks at a time. And nothing, you know what I'm saying? They don't send no folks after them.
I'm going to drop, guys, and go over to YouTube and help bring something in over there, okay?
Okay.
All right, I'm going to drop.
All right, be safe.
God
bless you. Okay. She's going to YouTube to help over there, YouTube.
From what I read, the father was really, like, her father, the mother's father, he was really active in her life. I'm trying to figure out how that much time went by without him seeing his grandchildren.
That's what I don't understand. Where were the other family members?
Yeah, his birthdays, holidays, what happened? Nobody thought about the kids at all.
Yeah, 4 years is a long time not to see them.
That's the way it seems. 4 years.
They live in the same city and state.
Let me read something.
And did
But
they
that
speak
still don't
about their
matter. I
father?
mean, but at least for the holidays now, I mean, people travel for holidays and stuff. 4 consecutive years.
When I read it, they said, when I read it, they said she left them. She left those kids for a man. She was going out on dates, getting her nails done. I'm finna let y'all hear something. Let's listen. Let me see if I can play it.
He was out of state.
They can't feel themselves. I have never known.
We're still waiting to find out what the charges will be for the mother accused of leaving her kids inside of this Pontiac home in the worst conditions for years. Allegedly, she only popped up weeks at a time to give out food. In the meantime, the Oakland County Sheriff's Department is taking donations for the teens pulled out of the house by CPS, who are now staying with a relative. One question that remains is how 3 of these children were able to fall through the cracks with family members, neighbors, teachers, and so many others not being able to tell that something was clearly wrong. Regardless, one organization already trying to help is the Inner Center for Children.
Inner Center for Children are going to donate clothes, hats, shoes, anything else that we can provide to them to help. We're just hoping that we can help our children in any way we can, that we can provide services and just uplift our children and make sure our children are safe and have a safe space to go to.
There we have it. The 34-year-old mother was arrested last week, the Oakland County Sheriff's Office said in news on Sunday, to protect the identity of the children aged 15, 13, and 12. Her name was not released. But somebody sent me pictures of her, if it's her.
Yeah, I think I just sent you some more. I sent you the police report and the pictures of her. They found her on Facebook. To the right
Yeah,
number.
you know they found her.
Now, how did they get caught? I mean, who ended up seeing the kids again? I won't pay attention. I'm sorry. How did they get caught? Anybody?
I'm not sure, Dex. I got the police report, but I'm not 100% sure.
I don't know how they got caught.
They said it's a press conference getting ready to be had.
And
how did she get? No, they had it
caught?
2 hours ago. She need to go to the bottom of the prison. I don't give a damn.
How did she get caught?
Is this the case where the young teenager called the police?
That's what I'm asking the same thing.
How do you?
No, they did a wellness check, but my thing is, who finally thought of them?
It wasn't a. Well, it wasn't because of the house. It was because she didn't pay her rent. So they were about to get evicted. That's what it was. And the police came because she hadn't paid her rent since October, and it was December.
Glam, ain't no phone numbers in that, is it?
When the police pulled up.
The police officer number, you want me to erase it and send it back to you?
Yeah, is there numbers in there?
Yeah, it's the office number. Hold on.
My thing is, most of the time these are where she was in apartments, right?
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time these apartments do, like, they'll come and they'll inspect for bugs and stuff every so often, and it'd be mandatory. So how could anybody not do that? But also, I feel like if you got that much, if y'all seen the pictures of her house, there is no way that the next door neighbor didn't smell that and would have complained or something, you know?
Well, I don't think that because some apartments are different depending on the state. I don't think it was like the apartment building type of apartments. I don't know what y'all call them in certain areas. They're just like little small houses,
like townhomes or something.
Something like that.
Houses.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, she hadn't paid her rent.
Yeah, I think if she'd have kept paying her rent, they don't check and snoop and stuff. Ain't no complaints because the kids in there scared, ain't coming out.
And some of them landlords, they don't care about doing no inspection to make sure you don't have no pests. They don't care about that.
They care for the subscription.
Yeah, but they supposed to.
A duplex, right?
Within 4 years, it should have been an inspection done because your complex is supposed to do and especially
Right. Now that's true.
that state law and regulations at least 2
See?
years to make sure, and that's to check for damages, working appliances, and anything that goes on with the property that haven't been reported by the tenant or whatever. But at least 2. So within 4 years, if they never did an inspection or went in to check or anything like that, that's trouble too.
And then what type of what kind of mother was she prior to just abandoning them? Because at the age of 10, I think they said I can't remember the ages, but it had been 4 years and they didn't know how to flush a toilet. They said they didn't know, the kids didn't know how to flush the toilet.
Yeah, it was poop
They
everywhere
didn't,
now.
and then didn't
In the
they have
tub.
problems like walking and stuff too?
Yeah, because of their toenails.
Yeah, they said they couldn't walk because their toenails had grew out so long in the 4 years that they were there by themselves. They said their hair was matted to their head, their clothes were soiled. She need to go to prison.
And she
But
would
have y'all seen the
never,
pictures of her? Let me see if I can find these pictures this morning. I said that's a damn shame.
I put of the girl. I just sent it to you.
cause she was put
Yeah,
together,
here you go.
but she
look
never
good.
talked. She never went in the house. She only talked to them.
Yeah, they
No,
got
they
pictures
said
of
it
that
was a
too.
stranger because she didn't even live in the same state. She moved out of state with that guy. She wasn't in the same state. It was somebody else.
Oh, I didn't know that. I read one article that said
Yeah,
that
they
she was
said
dropping the
somebody
food
was
off.
putting. Oh man, I wish y'all could see it. But y'all see her fingernails and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she said it
She
was
was taking pictures of herself.
That's sad.
She was door dashing.
But they said that the meals were prepared like for the week. So once a week they would somebody would put it on the doorstep.
Boy, let's talk about no love for your
But this
children.
is
You
the thing
can't love
too.
them.
This is where the school districts and everybody else fail these kids. When you register a child in thing, what age? These kids are teenagers now.
The system do fail.
And even when you homeschool your kids,
Here
it's
she
certain
go.
important
This is
things
her
you
while
have to
she
do.
was gone.
What?
Yeah, that's her while she gone taking selfies.
It's like trash.
Yeah, I thought they said she moved out of state and moved to like another state or another city. So if you unenroll them and you never re-enroll them in a new county, they don't really check.
Where was her family? Like, did she must not
Where's
even
the
have
father?
like
Where's the
contact
Yeah,
with
y'all,
her
that's
family?
her. They said she was going to nail parlors. They said she was going out to nightclubs. They said that she was Curtis, get out that woman bosom. He said, huh? They said that she was going to night parlors. She was going out with him. She was taking trips. She was doing all kind of shit. That's what they said. And look at her. Look at her fingernails.
But where was the father of the kids? That's another thing. Like these deadbeat ninjas. You never checked on your kids in 4 years. That's why I feel like they should be held accountable too.
And I'm just wondering, and this is not putting anything on that little boy, but her kids the son was 15 when they found him, and the daughters were 12 and 13, I think, or 11 and 12. But what like was he scared? I mean, at that age, you would think you could look around and see that there's feces and everything all over the house. Why not reach out to a neighbor or somebody? I mean, I can imagine that he was fearful.
You got to realize him and tell him what she instilled in him before she left.
Yeah.
And when she left, they was 11. So like my 10-year-old is a lot more mature than other 10-year-olds. Some people really handicap their kids, so like they don't let them do nothing, and then they know how to do nothing when they're not around. Some people teach their kids you don't talk to adults, and they scare them so much or talk to anybody else, tell my business. Like I used to be terrified to say anything that was going on in my mama's house when I was younger. And so you ain't no telling what mind frame he was in. Or he may have some type of, for her to just do this out the blue, that means she probably wasn't even taking care of him correctly before.
Yeah.
Some type of disability to begin with.
But they had to be either mentally.
She probably told them, y'all, mommy going to make money and take care of y'all. And kids love their parents. It's like a dog being kicked. They love their mom and dad. It's like some kids, like they just love them. And until you get old enough to mature to know that it's abuse, you accept it. Like at 11, only thing you can do is stay in the house and keep the door locked because mama said it. So I can imagine her going back. I'm sure it's times that she spoke to her kids. I promise you. In 4 years, she said something to them. Don't open the door. Mama be back. Mama making money for y'all. And them just living in that filth and don't want mama to get in trouble. People will put that shit in you. Like they'll make you scared to tell. So I just feel like they were afraid. And by the grace of God, somebody finally rescued them.
But I think they had to be mentally or socially deprived also for them not to even, you got a level of fear from your parents. But when it comes to your health and your well-being, you're going to reach out for help at some point as a kid, regardless of what fear, because she ain't been there in 4 years. So she ain't coming to whoop me. She ain't finna come all the way back to whoop me. I'm finna go get some help for me and my sisters because she ain't been there.
They said that he and the older sister were leaving out. The youngest one never left the house in those 4 years, but the other two, they would leave out. They didn't say what they were like leaving out to do, but they definitely left the house. But the neighbor said they didn't even know it was anybody living there.
Right. She need her big dust ass whoop.
And never move out. And you say you didn't know nobody was living there.
Yeah, she could stand a chastising.
No, yeah, she definitely need her ass whooped. She need to be stomped out.
She was young herself.
But see, these the mothers they'll put back out on the streets with their kids and put them in classes and give them 6 weeks worth of bullshit and let them go back and neglect their kids again. Next thing you know, they all deceased.
And she look a little low.
Club and all that there. You right, Mom.
They will. They'll give her another chance with her kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what the system fellas. They'll give her back. What were you going through? She could get up in line and say she was mentally going through with all these sexy pictures and stuff. And in 2 years, she'll have all her kids back. That's crazy. That's how the system do it stuff.
And then they take the kids from the parents.
Meantime, somebody making a fake phone call right now, CPS riding them down like a bull, and they not even guilty.
Right.
That's what's crazy.
Yeah, we got to do better. And I would like to know who the landlord was too. But like they said, if it's one of them apartments where they don't give a damn, you ain't bothering them, they ain't bothering you. You can leave your kids for 3-4 years because all they want is they rent money.
So what was the grandparents?
What are we gonna do if we find out that she has subsidized housing?
Because I was thinking, I'm like, okay, so she paying rent. Like she don't even look like she got. Look like
her rent probably 50 cents, Mom.
Yeah, her rent probably $35-$40 a month. She's sending that in a money order, and ain't nobody checking on the house.
She might be getting money back because some of them get money. They get credit towards their light bill.
Yeah, go take that U-Pass at the little corner store and do the little parenting classes and get and whoop and swell, settle through the stuff. Be right back out there.
Right back out there.
I'm pretty sure she had electric and water too.
Well, they do inspections.
She was paying that rent for all them years up until October.
Did y'all see that apartment? I'm on Section 8. Did y'all see the house? Man.
Yeah, that house.
Saying, are we sure this is an apartment? Because it ain't no way that somebody ain't came and did no type of inspection in 4 years.
Right.
But now, when they do inspection now, if you look clean, I swear, days I'm on Section 8. He don't even come in. He let you sign the little computer thing. He's okay then. Thank you. I swear to God.
And if yeah, especially if you stay in the same place, like if you stay in the same place, they're not gonna come by because y'all got to think a lot of these programs they already understaffed. They ain't gonna wait to see you at the same place when they seeing the same landlord and they know the landlord doing what he's supposed to do. Only time they be coming in like that is when you complain.
But that's a regulation. That's part of the stipulations. As
They need to get on housing because I bet you she's gonna be on some Section 8 or something. How much y'all want to bet when it come out?
As owners of commercial
Facebook done found out.
But if she was on Section 8, wouldn't they be monitoring the kids going to school? I mean, like, isn't that a part of that?
No,
but
not
in
Georgia.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
been
mean,
on here.
you can,
I've been trying to do invoices. I haven't even gotten to them yet.
do anybody have a picture on out of the talk game? The
and them
reason why
kids
she
ain't
got
been to
that
no
back that
doctor or
long.
nothing in 4 years. The doctor should have
Let
done
me
said
show
something.
D. So it was a townhouse. I'm gonna show D the outside. This is the outside. This was the outside of where they live. So they had neighbors. It was a townhouse that they lived in, and it was a courtesy call from a neighbor, from what I'm gathering on the news, and they are doing updates. And this is the living quarters.
That's so heartbreaking.
That's very heartbreaking.
That's too close. Your neighbors is too close to not to smell something for 4 years.
That's what I said. Ain't no way you can be living next door to that for 4 years and you don't smell nothing.
And them look like some nice townhouses, so she had to have some neighbors.
And I'm pretty sure roaches and everything was coming out that place.
Oh, I know they had roaches. Ain't no way they didn't. Ain't no way. They had roaches. Ain't no way. Rats.
On there.
Old food. All that old food.
That's so heartbreaking. See, this is the kind of stuff that we ought to put our energy to. What can we do? You know what I'm saying? That's how I be. I know I can't save everybody. And I always get in trouble reaching out and doing different things. But this is where I like to put my energy. What can we do? Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, and it probably ain't nothing we can do. But man, that's not suitable for a dog to live in. What mother leaves her children?
I mean, what can you do but get them children and get the hell out of my? I'd be scared to step in there.
Yeah.
All kind of bears and snakes and man, please.
On February 5th, she was doing a food giveaway. On
She didn't
February
give a shit about her kids, y'all. She had 3 children. Now, allegedly, I don't know how true this is, try y'all. I heard a kid pass. I don't know how true that is. I think that would already be in the headlines if that was true.
I haven't.
But somebody said it started out with 4 children. All I keep seeing is 3 children. 3 children. She lived in a place called Pontiac. Where is that at, y'all?
So did they contact they reached the family once they were found?
The kids are now 15, 13, and I think 11, I said, y'all. Okay, so Michigan. So, but when she left, her oldest was 11. Her oldest child was 11 when she left. So right now, the oldest is 15. So she left them very young. You know, that 15-year-old, them kids going to be traumatized, y'all.
Yeah, they're going to need some therapy.
They're going to need some therapy. Your mama left you and then left you in this living situation. See, them the stories where kids grow up and say, my mama didn't love me. The damage is done to those kids. 3 years, 4 years, surviving and the oldest happen to be the mother and the father for the 2 younger ones, that's sad. Like, I shed the tears. That's sad.
It is too. Miss Netra, do we know? Do we know what? Not that there's any valuable reason why, but do we know the reason why she just was there and then just? I know that's because of a man, but what was her? What was the reason? How do you just get up and leave the kids and deliver food once a week?
The man was the reason.
The man.
That's it.
She hadn't got a hold of no good deed, and that man put it down, and she followed it. That's all I knew.
Well, then I don't want to. With all due respect, I know that there's empathetic, and we got to look at where they come from. And I don't want to hear all that. This woman's been out there. She's been living life. She knew enough to make sure she could send food back for whatever reason. She was able to hold down the whole relationship, go be with the man, move up with her whole life, go get her nails done, her hair done, go out to the club.
Because she wanted to be unfit.
Exactly. I don't want to hear anything about mental health issues because obviously we know that's true, but I don't have any sympathy for her. Nothing at all. She deserves everything she gets.
Frazier Boy said, any news on the fathers? My thing is this, hear me out. I'm not going to claim mental health for it, and I'm not going to support it. Any woman that can go sit down at the nail parlor, excuse me, she wearing Brazilian hair, it might be, down to her ass. She got on some of the finest clothes. She looking sexy, sitting in the passenger seat of a man. They said she taking trips. Her nails is done, full fresh set. My thing is she did it because she didn't want to take care of her responsibilities.
Exactly.
And these are selfish women. When you can't give your kids to somebody else and let them be so cold custodian of your child, you're unfit. She did this to please a man. I would love to hear from the man she was pleasing as well as the fathers. Somebody said it's a video out there of the fathers. Do y'all know where I can find that?
Oh, really?
Yeah, they said one of the fathers said something.
All right. So they got a video, but where the hell were they at all that time?
What
looking
Empress
for
said,
right
y'all? I'll drop for Empress, y'all. I would love to hear from the parents if her parents still living, like talk to the whole damn family because ain't nobody think about this family in 4 years. Like I mean, I know you can have people who don't have a good relationship with their family, but you will have 1 or 2 family members that you do talk to.
Your nosy friend, yeah, they nosy. Somebody nosy about your family.
Let's hear some of the press conference.
Standing here with us are.
This was 2 hours ago. This is the update.
I just sent you the daddy too.
Our special victims unit, Sarah Green, our chief of administration, Betsy Haig, and of course, prosecutor McDonald.
Here we go. Everybody make up.
Detectives who've been involved in the case from the Oakland County Sheriff's Office. That's Lieutenant Sam Marsden and Detective John Bush. Prosecutor McDonald will announce the charging decision today and take your questions. But before she does that, I want to remind everyone that charges are only allegations and the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. Also, the details in the prosecutor's remarks today come from the swear-to in 50th District Court earlier today. Prosecutor McDonald.
What happened? I'm waiting. The time is still running, but
first, I'd like to announce.
Oh, baby, what is going on?
We'll be asking to terminate the defendant's parental rights. In every case of child abuse, my office focuses first and foremost on the best interest of the child or children and on holding those responsible for abuse accountable.
They want her parental rights.
Children in this case suffered unimaginable abuse our community, our county, our state, and even internationally, because people are rightfully concerned about the welfare of these children. And we're holding this press conference because, like all other decisions, we balance the interest of public safety, media attention and inquiries, and balancing everyone's right to a fair trial, which is why the events and facts that are disclosed here today are strictly confined to what's already been placed on the record in the swear-to this morning in the 50th District Court. When their circumstances became public, including the photos of the home, although law enforcement did not identify the defendant, she was quickly identified on social media and also has been reported in other news media outlets, which is why we are naming her today. We have recently, luckily, been fortunate enough to, for the first time ever, hire our public information officer, Jeff Watrup, is in the back of the room. Many of you have already spoken to and will continue to, and we're lucky to have him. The children are currently staying with a relative. All 3 children received immediate medical attention at a local hospital, and they were interviewed by trained forensic interviewers at Care House. Considering what they've experienced, they appear to be doing okay. Obviously, the trauma here is significant, and my office, including our victim services section, will make sure these children are supported during this process. Today, the charges are 3 counts of child abuse in the 1st degree. This is the most serious charge for child.
Excuse me, I got to be nosy about standing for a minute. Now they got family. 4 years.
Thank you, Ms. Netra. Thank you.
4 years. Do you know if I don't see my grandkids in 4 years, somebody got to tell me something. 4 years, you don't go, like, where the grandparents at? This where the sisters of the mama? Where the sisters of the brother? Ain't nobody thought about the damn kids. Like, hey, what Brooklyn want this year for her birthday? Like, where is the damn daddy? For 4 years now, all of a sudden, somebody got a place for them to stay because probably benefits is involved. I said what I said. Now we getting a check for them. Now they got a couch they can sleep on. But where were you at in 4 years?
And this is why I brought it to you, Ms. Netra, because
and them kids don't even know them.
This is the type
I'm so
of conversation
glad you brought this to us, Jay. You can get us out that other bullshit.
Women, holding women accountable. Because like you said, this trickle down the line of generation. Where is her mama? Where is her auntie? Where is the village for this child? Because everybody want to talk about, point fingers and this and that. But where is this village for this child that everybody, when something go wrong, that everybody want to talk about? These are the times we need to talk about it and take accountability as women. For one, she's a sorry mama. Very sorry. And her mom is sorry and her aunties are sorry. I blame them.
It's a little bit more normal for the daddy side of the family not necessarily know what's going on. It ain't right, but it's more normal. But when the mama side of the family don't know what's going on, that's a problem.
And y'all hear me out. And I love y'all, but I am a involved daddy side because I have 3 sons.
Right.
So PJ got the most kids. He got 4 children. Now, and the only way I'm not involved is when I've been fighting to be a grandma. I've learned how to let it go. But if I gotta press my way to love your kid, but at the end of the day, I'm still asking him what Bailey is doing. What Bryce doing? Because somebody got to give me some line of communication about my grandchildren. I love my grandkids too much to be an absent grandma, and I deal with bitter baby mamas. It's so disheartening.
Yes,
but I love my fucking grandkids, and sometimes I beg to be a grandma, but I beg because I love them. It hurts. I cry. I don't know. People say, "Girl, don't cry. Go on with your life." I cry. I cry. When I can't see my grandkids, when them mothers keep them kids away from me, that shit breaks me down to nothing. You want to see me get broke down? Keep my grandkids from me. That's the biggest struggle in my life right now, is fighting to be a grandmother. So I don't know how they did it, even being a daddy's mama, because I can't.
That's true.
But I agree with Dex, though, because if they want to keep that away from the father's side, is what I'm saying. It is easier for them. It is easier. It's not an excuse. Not an excuse, but it's easier. They should still be questioning, they still be doing stuff, but then you got to expect the courts to step in on that too. That's why I like to hear all sides, because if the mom cut off all communication and they're, you just don't know. Now sometimes it turns out that they weren't doing anything. I get that.
I got a question though. Even if the mom did cut off all communication, like Ms. Netra said, if you are an active grandparent, I don't give a damn if my daughter cut off communication with me. If I ain't heard from my grandkid in 3 months, I'm finna call somebody. I'm finna try to get close to the daddy or somebody need to go check back.
And you can even do a wellness check if you're that concerned about them. You can do a wellness
Of course.
check.
Of course. But I mean, obviously the family, I believe it's the generation thing. We're gonna find out that this is not just a one person, because that's why I was wondering. I understand, because that's why I said I don't want to hear anything later on about, I don't want to hear about her past. I don't want to hear about her mental issues. I don't want to hear relationship. You were able to take care of yourself. You were able to buy new clothes, get your nails done, do all that. I don't want to hear shit. I don't want to blah, blah, blah. My daddy did this to me. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't. I don't. Because if you're not able to be okay in one area, you wouldn't be okay in other areas.
Exactly. It's strictly got to be about the man because there's no way you think that much of them to, like you said, come back and visit and do this stuff for them. Because if you just don't give a fuck, you just don't give a fuck, and you ain't gonna be coming back point blank period because you don't care. So to take the time out to come back and do this, but then still go be with that man.
Talk to him, D.
I'm not gonna. I can't agree with that because I think that the only reason that she did come back to make sure or to provide them with food is because it would have been a lot. It would have been a lot worse if the police showed up and those two kids was in there 4 years of nothing. They would have been they would have been unalive. So she felt like, hey, look, let me just make sure that they got something to eat. She didn't do nothing else. She did absolutely nothing. She didn't give a damn about them kids for real. She just didn't want to have to do life in prison.
Thank you.
But also too, she cared. But here's my thing. I think this comes down to she cared about what others thought of her as far as not being able to give up her kids and say, hey, I can't do this anymore because I want to run off with this man. So she made her kids suffer because of that, because she did not want to be a mom. The day she checked out, I don't want to hear nothing else. Because when people say, oh, I couldn't do this, I couldn't do that, my life was so hard. When you can hold down relationships in other areas and then fail as a parent, don't give me all that bullshit because you turned it off one area and you turned it on in the other area.
Come on,
so you were fine. You were absolutely fine. You were absolutely fine with what you did. That's what you wanted to do. And the problem is that you didn't want nobody to judge you for it.
I don't think she cared. Let's get back into this press conference. Thank y'all for the panel. If y'all don't mind tapping the screen for Kevin Act Out, please tap the screen. Let's get the shares up. I don't know how many we have. We'd like to have 200 shares. It's 405 people in here. Let's be active in this. We've been active in all the other BS today. Let's get into the topic. If y'all destiny, merk up, knees, merk up.
That's already been sent.
Merk up. She at work. We might have to. I think she probably working. If we need to rotate, she don't mind.
I faced a sentence of up to life in prison.
Life.
It was to you this morning. On the record, it was stated that in 2019, suspect Kelly Bryant was living at the home, which I'm not disclosing the address at this time, in Pontiac, Michigan, with her 4 children.
Kelly
Bryant. Some point between 20 and 2021, the suspect moved out of her home, leaving 3 of her children abandoned in that location, while 1 of her children went to live with their father.
Oh, wait a minute. Come on, somebody. The audacity.
That changes for me, Miss Netra. That changes everything for me because that right there tells me you had so much despite for that man that you had children by that you didn't even care to protect them children.
She an angry bitter baby mama. She took 1 child to the father and left 3 out.
I guarantee you, them 3 probably got different fathers than the one that went with their father.
Who is this up here? Baby, you got to make up. We in a deep conversation here, baby. Curtis got the drill going, so I'm gonna need what little ears I can spare. Drop Stephanie.
She be coming around. Mika, Stephanie. Can you play that back again, Mr. Please?
I'll fix it to y'all. Forget us. Curtis doing a little work in the kitchen, but try to work through the nail gun. Here we go. You okay, baby? We gotta take care of our business too.
Annie, my bad. I missed what they said about the daddies. What did she say about them?
Okay, hold on. I'm rewinding it just a little bit. Y'all merk up. Let's get into it.
We balance the interest of public safety, media attention and inquiries, and balancing everyone's right to a fair trial, which is why the events and facts that are disclosed here today are strictly confined to what's already been placed on the record and the swear to this morning in the 50th District Court.
All right, the name down.
When their circumstances became public, including the photos of the home, although law enforcement did not identify the defendant, she was quickly identified on social media and also has been reported in other news media outlets, which is why we are naming her today. We have recently, luckily, been fortunate enough to, for the first time ever, hire our public information officer, Jeff Watrup, is in the back of the room. Many of you have already spoken to and will continue to. And we're lucky to have him. The children are currently staying with a relative. All 3 children received immediate medical attention at a local hospital, and they were interviewed by trained forensic interviewers at Care House. Considering what they've experienced, they appear to be doing okay. Obviously, the trauma here is significant, and my office, including our victim services section, will make sure these children are supported during this process. Today, the charges are 3 counts of child abuse in the 1st degree. This is the most serious charge for child abuse, and if convicted, Ms. Bryant could face a sentence of up to life in prison.
She needed.
In the swear-to this morning, on the record, it was stated that in 2019, suspect Kelly Bryant was living at the home, which I'm not disclosing the address at this time, in Pontiac, Michigan, with her 4 children. At some point between 20 and 2021, the suspect moved out of her home, leaving 3 of her children abandoned in that location, while 1 of her children went to live with their father. On February 14th, 2025, police were called to the home by the landlord. Police learned that the landlord was concerned for the welfare of Ms. Bryant, who had not paid rent on the property since October of 2024. Police entered with the landlord and discovered her 3 children, ages 12, 13, and 15.
Her daughters were hiding in a bathroom that was filled with feces, piles of trash, and completely non-functional, while her son was hiding in another room.
That's sad.
Police were stopped with piles of.
Give us a second.
Netra, do you think the child that she took with her might have been a baby or infant or something that could
Had
not
to be, couldn't survive.
be left behind?
It's probably gonna be a little baby. The babies were scared. Man, there's some mothers out here, y'all never should have had kids. Like, listen to me. If y'all can't take care of y'all kids, put them in a foster home. I don't like foster homes. I don't. But if you think you don't even have family to take care of your kids, put your children somewhere with somebody, a better chance at love. A better chance, because I know it was something out there. Somebody that,
you know, as crazy as it sounds, the kids would have been better off being dropped on a doorstep. As sick as that sounds, rather than left there, they would have had more of a 50-50 chance of you know what I mean, somebody caring enough, opening the door and doing that than just leaving them and this is sick.
Sweet 99 says she was in one that harm more. And I pray for those that go to them and it's harm more. But to me, leaving 3 kids behind for 4 years, what chances do you have?
Right, that's what I'm saying. And I know not all foster homes, and of course, going into the system, I understand either way. Oh, I was just saying it's a 50-50 chance either way, though. The babies were left there alone.
I'm with you. I said 50-50, but there was more harm.
Oh, they didn't have protection. They didn't have someone there to care for them. Guide. I mean, we're talking about that somebody wasn't there to teach them to cut their toenails. Like this shit is just, it's heartbreaking. Something so simple that the mother is supposed to be there, or some sort of guardian being there to show them how to.
Y'all ready for the rest of it? It's an 18-minute video.
And then I come to the other video as well. The lady who talked to the mama. I mean to the dad.
Okay. Here we go. We're 5 minutes in.
Garbage and refuse several feet high, including large amounts of human excrement. The children were afraid to come out of their hiding places and to speak with the police. Police had to repeatedly advise the children that they were there to help and they were safe. The children's bodies and clothing were covered in feces,
and the girls had difficulty physically walking outside of the residence. In addition to the physical difficulty, they appeared to be and were immediately overstimulated upon leaving the residence. All 3 children were transported via ambulance to the hospital and showed signs of severe neglect.
At the hospital, the children struggled with completing basic hygiene tasks like flushing a toilet and brushing their teeth. Interviewed and described having virtually no physical contact with their mother, suspect Bryant, or the outside world in several years. The girls had not left the residence in several years, and her son had only left the home to go into the yard approximately 2 times.
I get it if y'all think the states have been neglecting you, but with this new program, they're actually coming in clutch.
Never venturing away from the house more than to check the mailbox. During his interview, her son stated that he would text their mother when their food supply was running low and she would have food delivered to the residence. The children shared that during the years they were concealed in the home, their suspect Bryant failed to provide toilet paper, soap, or shampoo. The defendant instructed the kids that they were not to answer the door or leave the house. All 3 children expressed fear about what their mother's response would be if they left the home. Defendant concealed the children from family and friends and lied about who was caring for the kids and their whereabouts. The defendant took the active steps of lying and concealing to make sure the children went undiscovered, and she took these actions knowing that her children would suffer serious physical and emotional harm as a result. Those are the statements made in the swear to this morning. And again, these are allegations.
What is it saying?
I do want to point out and thank all the officers that were on scene that day. I personally viewed the videos and images and was struck at what a difficult situation it was. But in the face of Detective John Frisch and Lieutenant Sam Marsban for their dedication in working this case. And of course, the assistant prosecutors involved, Chief of Administration Betsy Haig, Chief of our SBU Sarah Green, APA Lauren Benninger, Chief of the Juvenile Division Kelly Collins, and APA Kanika Ferenczi for their diligent efforts in this case. At present, we've not been presented with a request for criminal charges against any other individuals. That does not mean that won't happen in the future. I just can't speak to it at this point. Morally, there is plenty of responsibility to go around for how this was allowed to happen. However, these 3 kids were entrusted to the care of their mother, Kelly Bryant, and the evidence suggests that she effectively abandoned them to a revolting pit of refuse and squalor. There must be consequences for those actions. The defendant is presently in custody. The 3 children in this case were interviewed at Care House, and I want to emphasize how important Care House is to this community. These kids were interviewed in a safe environment by an experienced, trained forensic interviewer, and these interviews are important in all child abuse cases. They allow each child the chance to tell us their story without the influence of the abuser and without using leading questions that could taint their testimony. I can't emphasize enough how important Care House is. If you suspect a child is abused or neglected, you too can report this to CPS. The hotline is 85. And I urge anyone who suspects that a child is being abused or neglected to report that using that number. We need to make sure that every child is safe and well cared for. And before I take questions, I just want to remind you that these charges, again, are only allegations, and the defendant is presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty. Questions?
Not having been to the area, neighbors, anybody? I mean, I think what maybe people struggle with is how intimidated by their mother, yes, but how they did not even venture out of the home, or there's nobody knowing that they were there, or you had context into, how that can happen.
I can only comment on what's been placed on the record. That's my ethical duty, but I will say that we see time and time again, victims of severe abuse of all ages make decisions that don't seem reasonable to us. And what we know is that that's very common. And there's a multitude of reasons why they didn't leave the home. We just don't know that yet. Yes. They have. Yes.
Multiple fathers or one father?
I think it's already public record that of the 4 kids, there are 2 fathers.
Bingo.
Told you.
I told you, Miss Netra.
Didn't give a damn about them three
She
by
didn't
that
care about
man.
them three by the man. The last three, she didn't care about them. That's why the one went with their father. That's crazy. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I had to back up and cry. That's sad. What kind of hatred you got in your heart?
How old did they say she was?
I think they said, what, 32? I can't remember.
She's 34. She just did a giveaway, and her daddy is like a big pastor in the city. He's saying he didn't know. He's saying he didn't know. He was told they was somewhere else. And I think that's what the dad of the other kids is saying, that he was told that as well on that other video.
That's a lie, and I fail to believe it because I don't care. As a grandmother,
He just a deadbeat dad to me right now. You just a deadbeat dad, man. Just not all y'all, because there's some good ass fathers out there, and thank you, Jesus. But you men have these kids, and it's good. It's normal for y'all to go years without talking to y'all seeds, man. Y'all kids are, some of y'all kids are unaliving at the guilt of your own hands because y'all not involved. Y'all don't go to games. Y'all don't think how it plays a part in y'all grandchildren even being murdered, like being left to die, starved. You men need to be involved with y'all children. Stop knowing somebody wearing your name, your blood, and you don't give a fuck to check on them.
And then
that's sad.
They got homeboys and friends that know that they deadbeats. I'm not gonna be friends and socialize or touch myself. And if you don't care about your own kids, you can't be my homeboy, my homegirl, because it's some deadbeat females just as it is these ninjas. We not the same at all. So I ain't gonna socialize with you if you don't take care of your kids. But it's harder for the, like, when on the dad's side, it's hard for us when you have your daughter with you. But when you have sons, it's totally different.
It is.
You have to fight a little bit harder. And you have to go the extra mile, and you have to do things a little bit differently. And so I can see on the dad's side, if they're not, even if they weren't active, and he just stopped communication because you only can do so much, then that's different. But her mama and anybody on her side, if they was regularly checking on them kids or cared about their birthdays or seemed like, oh, we ain't seen them or heard from them.
And I hold the parent, I hold the mother. Go ahead, I'm sorry.
She got beautiful children.
And I hold the mother 100% responsible too, but at the same time, I'm not letting up on these fathers' necks. We got to stop making it okay for the fathers to just put their hands in the air and say, oh, I haven't seen my kids in years and I just, she took them away from me. Well, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna need to see court documents. I'm gonna need to see where you were up there every day trying to get these kids to be seen. I want to see. I know I'm not saying it's fair. I'm not saying there's not bitter ass baby mamas that play games, but throwing your hands in the air and just saying, oh, she took my kids and I haven't seen them in years, that doesn't fly with me either. Because again, y'all are putting effort and energy to doing other things in your life. You going out there and you starting new relationships. This goes for the mother and the fathers. They go start new relationships. They go start new jobs. They go move to new places. They go do new things. They go on trips. So that means that when y'all want to sit down and get something done, you get it done. So don't turn to me and live your whole life and then turn back around and say, oh, well, the mom doesn't let me see the kids, so it is what it is. Nope, take that same energy that you took to go out on these dates and establish relationships and be out with your people. Let me know where my child is, or I'm gonna get the law on your ass. I want to see that energy applied.
Jay, I'm going to say that's probably easier said than done. And that's just coming from somebody who had to go to court and fight for custody of my own kid. I spent well over $80,000 getting a lawyer, and that's not easy. So it is definitely easier said than done. And a lot of times, women or whoever has custody of the kid, they'll pick up and they will leave. And I know a lot of people who just picked up and said, I left. I don't know. I ain't talk to my mama. I don't talk to my mama. I don't have no relationship with my parents. I don't have no relationship with this person, that person. So a lot of people do that. They just pick up and they go, and they're gone, and nobody knows where they at. They can't find them, and that happens a lot of times. And it's easy.
I didn't say it was
a lot
easy.
of times, especially in Florida. Like, I don't know about other states, but whenever the mother has the kid, she has complete say so over that child. I done had grandmothers saying, "Oh, I want to see my grandkid." It ain't nothing you can do about it. Dads that say, "I'm keeping my kid," and they would tell them, if the police knock on the door, they're gonna tell them mothers have the complete ownership of them children. So yeah, you can report them as gone, but getting a lawyer and all that's not easy. That's not cheap.
No. I never said it was easy. Hear me out.
Mothers
I
don't
said I
have
wanted
complete
proof.
ownership.
No, I said I wanted to see proof. And see, a lot of times you may have your story. I don't know your story, so I don't even want to make it a personal a thing with whatever happened with yours. What I'm saying is some people just throw their hands in the air and say they took the kids. I don't know where they're at. There's no documentation that they filed with the court. I'm not saying they have to get a lawyer, but where's a CPS call? Where's a welfare check? Where's other things that aren't costing you $1 that are at least putting something on paper that say, hey, hold on. When she took off with these kids and she didn't tell me where they were at, I called the police on her.
So
I put
let
the
me
law on
say
her
this.
ass.
But look, in the state of North
Somebody said the daddy was incarcerated. He filed a petition. When he was released, the entire system failed them.
So I live in
the state of North
Michigan.
Carolina. Hold on 1 minute. In the state of North Carolina, a mother does not have complete ownership. Unless y'all go to court and somebody get full ownership, the ownership is for both of those parents.
So
and
let
we
me
get
say
told
this.
up here, hear me out.
And we
Because
get
I listen to all this, it
records,
sound good. But up here, you can't take one kid from one parent and get to the next.
That's
right. It don't matter if you got paper. It don't matter if it's a child support order. When the police show up, they tell you from experience. I've seen it. They tell you we can't. Shit happened to Ricky Smiley's son on the internet. They will not remove that kid out of that home. So the system is who fails a lot.
This is what in Texas, but
Glam girl.
This is what they do also though. So the copy of your agreement through the Attorney General, they do have to look at that. And if it's that person's time to have custody of the child, yes, the mother usually have
that's right.
Custody, have sole custody. But if there's a 50-50 or if there's a court order by a judge, they have to honor it by law. As long as you have your document in your hand and you can verify who you are, because I made my son do it. You're going to go under there.
Thank you, girl.
And 50-50 custody requires.
My friend went to jail.
You rotate.
So can I say this, y'all?
All of that. And so
I'm
that's
ex-friend.
you have to have your paperwork in your hand. You can't just call them and say, well, she not letting me see my kids. You have to have your paperwork with you. But also we have grandparent rights as grandparents. You have
I'm gonna tell you something. I know we have them, but they don't force it. This is the thing.
They're harder to
have
get.
them, but you're gonna spend money in the courtroom. And when you still get those papers, when those mothers, I'm telling you, I live it from experience. When you get those papers, they still don't force it. So it takes the people that you call to come out and say, I want to tell you, I will not remove that child from that home.
I agree.
It don't matter. It's just this is why I say the system fails, because we can go to court, we can get the paperwork, but they don't make the law hold up to it.
So,
and that's all I'm saying. I know everybody varies. Every case is different. Every case is different. I'm just saying that
Auntie Netra
I would like
and
to see more work.
family. I'm up here in Michigan. These kids were like 20 minutes from my house. This is the fourth set of children in the state of Michigan that Child Protective Services has let down. Just a week ago, a 5-year-old and a 9-year-old and a 2-year-old were sleeping in the car with their mother and froze to death. Nobody knew about
that story. We're following that story.
It was a 9-year-old boy, his mother murdered and buried in the backyard of their house on the west side of Detroit. And then she moved to Atlanta. The neighbors saw her leave without the kid, but did nobody call Child Protective Services and say, where is this lady's 9-year-old boy back? Construction workers went over there and found the baby buried behind the garage. Child Protective Service up here is failing all these people. It's not just with this case, it's with a lot of people. So the politicians up here need to wake up and see what's going on, because these kids up here are being let down every day because nobody checking on them.
Somebody said the mama was out partying last night on Facebook. The mama with the kids that passed in the van.
It's a whole video of her at a party. She acting like her kids didn't even die. It's
right,
all
like
on Facebook.
But
like I said, everybody's experience is different. I'm not going to argue anybody's experience. What I'm saying
I wonder if it's her way of coping with it. If she's drinking, I don't know. It ain't no excuse. Y'all know we wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I
wouldn't do it.
I would be devastated. But then somebody will gonna always come through and say, well, is it her coping mechanism? Y'all know how they do, but
I'm just saying that I just want to see more emphasis put on, like you were saying, the village, the parents, the father. You know, if the father took off, I would tell the mother the same thing. I'm not making it a gender issue. You know what I mean? I have sons. I understand. If this is the same thing, I would say to them on it. You do it until you can't do it anymore. You put the same energy toward it that you put towards something else, whatever that means. I'm not putting a price tag on it. I'm not putting anything. I'm saying that this is this is what creates the trauma that adults have to heal from. And it breaks my heart that just because someone not caring about their just everyday needs in life could potentially damage them as an adult, and they're having to heal from it. When you know what I mean? So we need to encourage all of us to be more involved as the village, as paying attention. If you see a kid looking a certain way, even coming out of your kid's school, something along that line. I'm just saying to be more aware instead of so hyper focused.
J Culture, I don't know how old you are, forgive me, but hear me out. The village can't be the village no more because the mothers and fathers don't that we receive from our village. Like our elders could yell across the street and say, "Stop that, girl, get down from there," and we knew to get down. But you can't do that no more. Bitch, shut up. Them is my kids, and get back up there if you want to. That's the way it is now. So it's easier said than done, but mind your business that pay you peace. Because I promise you, teachers getting beat up at school now, and the mamas is on the phone. Put your teacher on the phone. Do I need to come up there?
I feel sorry for the teachers.
We would go to school and sit in the classroom with our kids until they got right. I would go to school and, oh, you want to be the clown? Oh, you want to? Okay, well, here go mama in the classroom. But see, now kids say that's abuse. Why is she sitting up there with her big grown ass in that classroom with her kid? Because all are going to fall in this room. The teacher is not here to be your pacifier. But so you can, but we don't get that no more. They've taken us out the village. The village is still there, but the people changed. And that's my 2.2.
No, you're absolutely right.
You get cussed out now.
I know. I can't give in on this is just breaking my heart. I can't. I know. I get it. I get it. I just can't turn around and look the other way. I just can't turn around and keep looking the other way though.
I don't know about nobody else, but now the generation won't even let you be grandmas. Like we needed. I was a young mother. I needed my mother to help me be a mother.
Yes, ma'am.
Now the baby mamas is bitter at the baby daddy, so now they want to do it by themselves, and then when they really get overloaded, then they text you, "I need a break." No, you don't, because now you use and abuse me as a grandmother. So it's like but then the kids suffer. But now they get mad, they take their kids from you. But we didn't get mad like that. We be mad and mom and them be saying, "I'm still grooming the baby. I'm teaching you how to be a mother." Now they know shit for girl, please, I can talk about it. But I was
the same. No, I was the same. I needed my mama. I don't know what this independent. I don't need no daddy in the life. I'm not. That's but nowadays everybody wants to be single and independent. I don't need that man. I don't need nothing from him. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard in my life.
Because that's what they that's what this generation is promoting My grandbaby 6 years old. February, this Super Bowl made a year I hadn't seen her. My grandbaby had her own room in my house. Her mama drop her off, don't bring nothing at my house, my mama and them house, none of that. We had her every summer, the full summer, her 2-week break from Christmas, her week break from Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, every holiday. She get mad at her mama, and so she get upset because I let her, my grandbaby, talk to her mama when she's with me. I'm not mad at your mama, so we're not gonna put her in there because, truth be told, me and her mama is the one who's been taking care of. We gave her 5 years. We're gonna give you 5 years. You don't have to do nothing. We're gonna give you 5 years to get on your feet, get your stuff together, and then that we did that. Right when she got ready to turn 6, and she fell out with her mama, and I let my grandbaby talk to her mama Super Bowl last year.
Bless you.
And I ain't heard from my grandbaby in a year. So it's different when it's a daughter that got the baby than the son, because this is my son's daughter.
You better talk to him, girl.
So she not talking to her own birth mama.
I live that life.
She's not talking to me. So who can we go through to figure out other than me? I called and found out what school she went to. I did that. I called the school and I popped up at the school. But at the end of the day, too, when it's your son, child, you are limited to to get an update on my granddaughter. How she doing? Her well-being. Is she okay? Is she being neglected? Is she being mistreated? Or any of that? When she not talking to her mama, because when she was mad at her mama the last time, she wasn't mad at me. So I could still inform her mama on what's going on. I would call her mama. Hey, she good. She doing this. We got her in school. She doing this. She doing this. But now that she not talking to neither one of us, we just call and talk to each other and pray that everything is going good with my granddaughter, because we ain't heard from her in a year.
That's what's I told you I have all sons.
Yeah,
That scares me because our rights are not the same. It's not the same. Well, it is, but on paper, but not personally. It's not.
And so now I'm doing that grandparent stuff. Yeah, I done got me an attorney, and I'm gonna do that just because I do want to be able to know her well-being and what's going on with her. Because her mama got a boyfriend, and he don't got no kids, so that's a red flag to me. You can be a stepdad or whatever, but they not married, and at the end of the day, you don't have no kids. So really raising, you experiment with her. But like when I was involved, and before she stopped talking to me, I told him, you don't have to do nothing for her. Don't pick her up. Don't let her sit on your lap. Don't do nothing. That's why every Friday when she got out of school, she stayed with me from Friday to Monday. She go to school from Monday from my house. Her mom only had her Tuesday through Thursdays. I didn't play that. I was that type of grandmama. My mama and them, my daddy and them, she with us all the time. She was with us more than she was with her mama. But now we can't do nothing without getting,
Jackie,
financially spending money on the attorney.
I agree.
Hey fam, I stepped up just to say one thing. I don't know if y'all consider this. How's everybody doing? I got one thing to throw on the table. Yeah, I have a problem with the state funding and welfare, if you will, free money for these people to continue to have children that they are not willing to work for. Because if you wasn't getting paid a check every month, you might reconsider about laying down having these babies if you had to have a job and pay for these babies. So that's the system. I'm serious. And some people are like, no. Because there ain't nobody paying for it but us taxpayers. And so unless you have a child that's on their own, a young adult that's on their own, may have been put out, who doesn't know, there's an exception to the rules. But these grown folks, these ones that's out there on their own, laying down and have babies so that their welfare check will go up $2 and they get more money and they food stamps. I have a problem with that. And sometimes you just turn that stuff off, turn that faucet off, still take care of the children, but turn them grown folks that's out there laying down having these babies irresponsibly because they know that the government will pay for them and they don't have to. I have a problem with it. Period.
That's right.
That's why I want to hold everybody.
So
Everybody needs to be held accountable.
Hey, this is a chocolate. I do have a question because hear me out. I agree absolutely. This is good. But you're looking at somebody before I was blessed to be able to afford to buy a home in Curtis. Before I bought my home, I remember being on Section 8. I remember being on food stamps. I remember being on housing.
But you probably had a job the entire time.
You wasn't just
but not the entire time. So let me say this. So when we say that, we still want to keep the benefits there if they can prove. I do think that there should be some more things implemented to help to make sure, because people send food stamps to do all that stuff. So I do have a question with that, because I'm an advocate for children being taken care of properly.
That's my thing.
Cut off the extra income. Like that time they gave out all the food stamps, unnecessary benefits. Unnecessary, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars worth of food stamps, unnecessary. So my thing is still keep the benefits there for the children that lack and that need, but take away the excessive benefits. Is that okay?
I'm talking about the mamas that's laying up and they got 5 kids and 5 baby
We all
daddies.
know some.
And
We
5
all know
baby
some.
daddies. So that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about that intentional trifling parenting. I'm not talking about parenting with intent to do better. I'm talking about the system.
Yeah, she's not talking about the ones that's going to school or trying to do something, using the programs, because the programs were never meant to be on full time. Not even Section 8. Section 8 was meant to be a stepping stone until they could get you into like USDA housing programs.
That's true.
Or HUD housing, whatever, so that you could end up buying a house. I'm serious. Like I tell my husband all the time, dang, like, you know, you get rent, you get lights, you get phone bill, you get all this stuff that you have to pay for. But whenever you look around, like this is how a lot of them look at it. Like, why would I want to give up my $200 light bill check, my free rent, my $1,000 in food stamps, you know, my Medicaid, my Medicare for somebody, and then I go to work and I barely have enough to make ends meet. And so that's how a lot of people think.
And
But
I want to say this.
Okay, Bright Eyes, you can do that.
I want to say this really quickly. There's no judgment. When my children, because came home with hospice, we lost our home. We lost our mortgage foreclosure. We didn't know where we were going to go. And this is 5 children, babies, and my husband. But before I went to that welfare office, I said, baby, we got to find, we can figure out something. Because
drip the water tonight.
That are privileged to do things than that. Some people they go there as a means of living, a means of income.
Thank you.
I have a problem with that, and I got pushback on it.
Thank y'all for the gifts.
I think there should always be a time limit. There should always be a way out of stuff, because a lot of times, like we always are stating, this is generational. First is that we're having a break. This is not something that just can happen in one day. So again, starting with time limits, I 100% agree. Starting with just the bare necessities, I 100% agree. But also making sure that they're getting at least the ability to have the education and knowledge to know, hey, when this ends, this is your next step, or this is what you need to prep for. And I'm not saying they don't do that now, but when they know that there's a way that they can still reapply and they can still get the benefits, they may not have that same urge to sit up there and say, oh, wait a minute, this is the end. I can't do this anymore. I better make another change. And I think that's what a lot of them are falling into. I'll just apply again and make sure I can rig the system.
A lot
and
of
get to it
these
again.
people now, a lot of these people know how to finesse the system. I used to work for, like, I don't know what y'all call it in y'all state, but in Texas, we call it 211. So it's the call center that you call when you want to apply for like food stamps and stuff. And so like when I worked there, there was this lady that called and she wanted to know why her food stamps went down. And she was getting like $1,000 and something and it went down to like 700. So there is a system we have where you can go and compare. Well, this lady's husband ended up like, he started working like overtime, like more hours than what she had originally claimed. And when I told her that, she got upset and like she said out loud, like, oh no, I'm gonna have to tell my husband that he's gonna have to work less hours because it's messing up my food stamps. And when she said that, like I didn't know, like I had to tell my supervisor, because I was like, at this point, you just admitting fraud on the phone.
Thank y'all for the gifts.
And I'm like, why would you just bringing more money into your home? Like,
I know people.
These people know how to. They know how to finesse.
I know people quit jobs for the
I agree,
food stamps.
chocolate.
I'm like, what? You don't want that? I ain't gonna lie to you. I stopped getting food stamps in the 90s. When I went down there, it's when I moved to Palestine, because where I lived at before, they didn't ask for a whole bunch of stuff. So I was getting my food stamps, it wasn't nothing. But baby, when I came to this town where I live at, they wanted your bank information, if you got land, if you own the car. And I said, oh no, I can't do this. Like shit, they too nosy. But the system started keeping up with if you work. Because remember, you could get food stamps back in the day and have a job and didn't nobody know it. I'm being real. You could get the benefits back then and still go to work. That was a hustling mama. People called it robbing the system, but the system was robbing us. So we would work overtime and do all this shit, wiping ass, do all that for a little bit. So what we did back then, probably some of the others, you work double for your trouble. You had to be a provider. Then they start getting knee-deep city in your business. Now you got to tell them how much money in the bank. Now you got to put this up. Now you got to bring your bank stubs in. I said, oh no, I can't be telling them how many cars I'm driving. Can't have no car in your name. What kind of shit is that? The system is so backwards. If I'm doing good, I'm doing better. I have a car in my name. I'm showing that I'm progressing in life. The system say that's too much, so now I don't get no help. But you'll help the mama that sit at home and ain't handicapped and can go to work.
And all the foreigners, all these people, foreigners that can't even speak English is on welfare. But in your instance, you couldn't even get no help. They ain't paid no taxes, they ain't paying no taxes. But we'll give our money to. I have a problem with the system.
The ones that ain't trying to do nothing can reap the benefit and get its match.
Y'all know what else?
But those,
y'all know.
Hold on, let her finish. You go ahead,
you know, but those that's out there, you know, trying and just need a little bit of help. Don't even need the match, just need a little help. You want to keep them while they struggle. Want to keep them down while they struggle. Like
exactly. But somebody, your neighbor can't speak English and they getting a full check.
Well, my thing is, I think so too with the time frame. But see, you see, Miss Netra, you see how they said like, okay, when it made it more difficult, when it made more your business, you even though it was unfair, you still were like, I'm not doing all that. Well, maybe that's what some people need. Not everybody. It's not going to always apply to everybody. Not everybody is scamming the system. Not everybody is lazy. Not everybody is not willing to work. Not everybody is like that. But for the ones that are, that kind of strategic, we need to dig in deep. You're going to have to prove this to us. We're going to put you on a time frame. It's going to work. And for those that they do need it and they're being completely honest and truthful for it, then they will receive those benefits because they'll go through the entire process and pass it. So it's not going to apply to everybody, but
right. This is good to me, y'all. Please tap the screen. Thank y'all for the gifts.
No, I do realize that
joining the give me 2.2 and joining the family of love FOE. If you want to become FOE, just say it. Just support. It does not cost you a thing. Somebody has a price tag on it, but love is free. And just be be guilty of loving and welcome to FOE. Join us next for our next gathering in Houston, Texas, where we'll be having on cold coveralls and have fishing poles. They taking us fishing, y'all. So yeah, next week we'll be fishing. FOE will be in Houston, Texas, doing real worms and bait. Big Al. Make sure you got me some worms that move around because I want to do it for real this time. But anyway, y'all.
You got love for me, Miss Netra. You got love for me.
Yeah, Jeff, I sure do. Jeff, you ate my tacos and said they were good. I got love for you.
They were fantastic. They was good. But listen. So I knew a family. I'm gonna tell y'all two stories. I'm gonna be real quick, but I knew a family that they were foreigners and they brought their family here, right? So she got on Section 8 and he stayed behind and worked. And when she got on Section, but what he did was he bought the home. He bought a home. They lived in the home with Section 8. Okay. So really the government paid off that house and now they own the house. And so, hey, it's a loophole, right?
It's a loophole, but they got it done.
Listen, you got two daughters and they got kids, and you can buy a house and say, okay, yo, look, y'all live in this house. We gonna, Section 8, right? And then they gonna pay it off. Plain and simple. My second story is it's more sad. It was about the children. I have a friend.
That's deep, y'all.
Listen, and in California, grandparents do have rights. She was my friend lost her son at a very young age. He was 22, and he passed away from cancer. He had a child. Well, the mama was no good. Mama actually had another child, so she had 2 kids, right? So mama off partying, all of a sudden, my friend who's the grandparent said, I haven't seen my grandchild in like 3-4 months. And come to find out, long story short, she sold those children. She sold them. So they was living in a house with like a lot of people in the house. So she's talking to the grandparent is talking to her friend. Her friend knew the whole time where they were and didn't say nothing. That's kind of crazy. But when she found out, she took off work. She found the house. She called the police, and the police ended up calling CPS because it was not right. And come find out, the kids were messed with. They were like pieces. They were like property sort of thing. And then they ended up finding the mama. The mama ended up being arrested, and she turned the kids over to the grandma, which was my friend. So the grandma got 2 kids. One is her grandchild, and the other is a child, she don't even know, but she took them both. And then the mom ended up signing over the rights to the grandma.
Don't want to take care. Well,
Don't want to take it. And so I say, look, check on your grandkids. If you don't, just check on them. Spend the time.
You must have got a call.
I have family members who've been on the system for all their life since we were 17. And now that she's up in age and her kids are all phased out, she's trying to find another way to be on the system through SSI because she's never worked. So she don't have any Social Security, no preparation for her old age. So while they're racking up on the food stamps and stuff now while they're young and the kids young, what they forget is the kids leave. When the kids leave, they take your stuff. So what you gonna do then? So I don't know. But we never was eligible for food stamps because we was in the military. But use it when you can. And when you can do better, when you need it, when you can do better, get off of it and let somebody who need it use it.
Can I ask you a question, Tony? You spoke of this elderly woman with the children that rode the wave. Do you know how old this individual is now?
Yeah, we're the same age. She's 48.
Okay, so she's saying that I am 63 years old. Outside of the box they put us in, this Willie Lynch Jim Crow box they put us in, and discover and create for ourselves.
Now
and
she's trying to get
quit
with us.
And stop dependent. See, that's why they look at us like they do. Because we exhibit that a behavior. We got to come out of that at some point. And you sound like a very intelligent woman, and any advice that you can share with her to say, you only 47 years old. Your life ain't over. I'm old enough to be y'all's mama. Come on now.
I moved her when me and my husband first moved to where we stay at from the military. I brought her 3 kids. I tried to show her a better life. She was actually doing well here. She got her own apartment. She was working a great job on the military installation.
But can I say something? And she said she's doing well. Like she's doing something extraordinary. That's what she's supposed to be doing. She's supposed to be having her own place. She's supposed to have a job. She's supposed to be taking care of her family. We make it seem like because you're doing the right thing, you're doing something extraordinary. That should be the standard. Stop patting ourselves on the back for some stuff that's supposed to be basic. Now,
Well,
we pat
No,
ourselves
no,
on
no.
the back when we level up. and do
With
something
that being said,
extraordinary.
let me say right quick.
I'm not
Yeah,
fussing, babe. I'm not fussing, sis. I'm not fussing.
No. I just want to say something real quick. We're rotating the panel. The moderators are rotating the panel. So we want y'all to come back, get back in line and join the conversation, but they're just rotating it. My hands are over here. Moderators, y'all are doing good. We just want to, if somebody's at the door. Now, if ain't nobody at the door, you're welcome to stay up here as long. If you're speaking, we do not want to rotate the people that are normally on camera. I don't rotate hear me out. If you're on camera, 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be rotated first. That's just how it is, because I'm always on camera staring at myself. So we don't rotate the ones on camera as often because they obey and pay attention to the rules that we implemented in January. But other than that, everybody else, you're rotated in and out, and we thank you for fellowshipping and patronizing the platform. Continue.
And now I just want to apologize to Ms.
Well,
Netra
I
for
was
following the
right.
rules. And we're not following the rules. I'm gonna be on camera, so I promise I'll get on camera later.
Champion
I'm just
down
trying
here
the right place.
just because you made it. What do you mean by that? Just because you made it?
Okay, I'm sorry.
We all made it if we living above water. We all made it if we eating every day and putting clothes on our backs. All I'm saying is that we got to stop patting ourselves on the back for something that should be, which should be expected of us. Expected of us. Stop patting yourself on the back because you done bought a car. That's expected of us in the society. And so if you're not able to do that, you need to tap into the means which can take you to that next level. Don't say, ain't no Santa Claus in this thing. You are the Santa Claus. And God is your source. So, I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me. And so if you're talking about that, walk your talk. I'm feisty today, y'all.
No, I think you're being very
welcome home, welcome back.
Yeah, I think you're being very inspirational. It's just some people are just taking it more of because that's what people need to hear, and I think that's what she's saying. And some people don't have that encouragement. Look at the sorry ass parents that we're seeing in these kids' lives right now. Maybe they aren't receiving the encouragement that you're giving right now to know that there's a better way, to know that there's something else out there, to know that that's what you're supposed to do.
And if you don't
So
know, you can always tap in. I lend myself a vessel to you all. There are ways to do that. Just ask. I'm not going to hide no rules or no recipes that I've created. I'm going to give you the recipe for free because I'm about my people and not myself.
Can you have a recipe for me to try to get some food stamps? Because I'm tired of buying food.
It is.
I need the recipe too because I ain't.
Is it a recipe to do what?
They don't give it to us grown folks. They don't give it.
Just
they don't give it to
trying
us.
to be funny. They don't give it to us.
No, I didn't just say it.
The food stamps.
No, I actually have a recipe to give us the food stamps.
I don't get it because they're not even trying to hear me.
So the girl, the dad, is it? So he was incarcerated.
Do you want me to play that video? Thank you, Felicia. Do you want me to play the video?
Yeah, I couldn't hear it all the way through, but that's what they were saying in the comments, that the dad was incarcerated, and when he got out, he did try to get the kids, but he was unsuccessful in doing so. And
these kids are beautiful.
Yeah, I didn't want to post. I didn't know if it was okay or not, but I mean,
I ain't gonna put our kids up there, but they are very good. They
Not the babies.
Yeah, and I think that was so they were showing how the kids looked when they were with, I guess, family and not with her. Yeah.
Right.
And Ms.
So we
Netra,
still
I don't know
gotta
which
get back to the rest of the press conference, but let's hear what the dad had to say.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Kevin wanted to hear from the dad. I hope he hear.
And the lady do a lot of talking, but.
Yep. PWJ in Detroit. I wanted to hop on here and give you guys an update about what I was able to find out about those 3 kids that were abandoned in an apartment for 5 years. Now, we went to a press conference.
Oh, she said she spoke to him
in Oakland County with Sheriff Mike Bouchard. He told me that the kids are making substantial progress. He also told me that the kids are staying with their grandfather right now. The mother is in custody. We knew that. Charges have not been placed against her at this point, but we expect that to happen within the coming days. We also know that the 3 kids, like I mentioned, are making substantial progress. Now, I wanted to hop on here because I talked to the father of these kids all day today. And he was able to give me a lot of information that a lot of us do not know. I'm not going to spill everything, but I will say what I'm comfortable sharing. So he told me that out of the 3 kids, only 2 of them belong to him. He's only biologically the 12-year-old and 13-year-old's father. The 15-year-old, even though he's named after him, he's not biologically that kid's father. But he said he took care of them as if he took care of that child as if it were his own. So he considers that his kid as well. He also told me that he's been paying child support for these 3 kids since they were born. We don't know if this is true. This is just what he told me off record, but it's something I'm comfortable sharing, and I think it's something that he wanted to get out there as well. Sheriff Mike Bouchard did confirm with us that the father that I spoke to did go the legal route to try and get not custody, but visitation rights for these kids. And he was able to do that, but once all the paperwork and everything went through, the mother made it impossible for him to see the kids. She always came up with excuses or reasons why the kids couldn't be brought to him.
Bingo.
That's all of what he's telling me. He also told me he did a prison bid. He did go to prison for, he told me 3 years. And when he got out is when he tried to reconcile with the kids, but it just did not work out. We also know from the sheriff, I'll pivot. I don't know if I should share anything else. I'll just stop there.
Oh yeah,
share
it,
I talked to the
sister.
father, and we're going to do a one-on-one.
Share it.
And I want him to share his story. So I'll share with you guys what the sheriff was able to tell me today. He told us that the kids were a big.
Shit, I don't want to know what the sheriff said. We said we got the press conference, so we can hear the sheriff. So that's the dad's response. What y'all think?
She a nasty, dirty, down, rotten. Oh, I got a new page. She's she need to be.
Okay.
Under the jail. Can I say that, Peaches?
I knew that before hearing it. I knew that.
Under the jail.
I could tell.
Typical
When I saw the pictures of her with the nails done, hair done, and got a man, she been a sorry ass from day one. Or the moment I heard the story, she's a sorry ass. There's no excuses for her.
So if he was locked up for 3 years, if he went to jail right around the time that she found somebody else and met somebody else, because he said he felt like he was the daddy of all 3 of them kids and been paying child support for all 3, even though he not. So he went to jail at the same time that she stopped paying for him.
So she had to fool him. If she named his baby after him, at some point he had to think that baby was his.
Right.
Of course, that baby was his.
Especially if he not adopted. She just left him. She just left him after he went to jail. Like, bye, deuces. He wanted y'all. I don't.
So what about the boyfriend? Because this is what I'm looking.
The boyfriend weak as hell too.
Right. So like, if you knowingly know that this lady got kids and you done took off for 4 years, these kids never came to visit with y'all. She never said nothing about them. Or even if she did, you haven't seen these kids in 4 years and you don't know nothing about them. You knowingly know she abandoned them kids and you didn't care.
Well, do we know that he knows?
Remember they said that she had the family thinking the kids were somewhere else being tended to. Maybe she told the boyfriend that.
Oh, see, I didn't hear that part. Cause I'm
good evening, everyone.
But I just even as a woman with kids, if I'm with you for 4 years and I don't see your kids, something going in a year or 2 years, something wrong with that bitch.
She finally told him she ain't had nothing.
Something up with that.
Something up with it. Like I don't know.
Well, the man knows
he done been on her social media, I'm pretty sure.
Right, yeah.
I'm gonna get mad at that girl.
Like it's a lot of stuff we
could have
say.
made like a separate page or something and not have the kids on it.
Hey, Roro.
Hey, what's happening? How you doing?
Finna say, Kevin?
I need to tell you that when you, not to disrupt your conversation and what y'all got going on now, but you didn't tell me this clown tried to put me into his bullshit this morning. So when I just left him over there on this platform.
Kevin?
So,
Kevin, Blaze.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I just left him over Blaze's platform.
I got time to hear.
So he, no, y'all go and finish your thing. We gonna get to it because I let him know that, you know what I'm saying. Don't try to insert some shit that I didn't say. Can you hear me? I keep having a loose bar. You know I'm getting close by the house.
Yes, I
God
can
dang
hear
it. Hold
you.
1 second.
Because I want to know if you
Gonna
said
try
something
to
about having a baby with a white woman. Miss Bert, I know my sister Berta don't care, but y'all want to put up. Oh, big boy just came in. Where Adrena? You see him, D? Adrena, big boy just slid in. Adrena. Y'all that don't know, don't try to figure it out. Big boy just got in. Peaches, big boy just slid in. I saw them X's. Look at him. Y'all see it. Y'all see it. Oh, girl. Boy, y'all be tripping.
Yeah, you didn't tell me he tried to say that I was talking about a little touch when I mentioned the changing the pissy diapers and the Pampers and shit. And I told this dumbass that was to anybody that she has to feel like she has to take care of. That's who it was in reference to. And then he wants to talk about you so-called calling people out their name. I said, well, Netra's a grown woman. I said, and I know how to remove myself when they're having a women's conversation. But unfortunately, yes, this platform, women want to tend to try to say it's women's business when they're being in a man and woman's conversation. So yes, it's been said, women can talk to women when need to, and men talk to men. I said, but just like men, you having a man-to-man conversation, your females down here in your comment section thinking they're gonna get an arousal out of me by trying to call me out of my name and calling me sassy. That shit don't bother me. I can deal with it and handle it. I said, so where's the hypocrisy that you're trying to talk about if it's okay for your platform but not somebody else's platform? And then he said, but Miss Little Touch was crying this morning in Erica's live. And I said, she was crying in our live too. What does that mean? I don't know why she's crying.
Period.
It ain't my business to worry about why she's crying.
Oh,
She was crying for real.
Oh no, she in the comments. She telling you why she was crying.
Jesse, did you come up?
Oh, she's down in the comments now. About why she's crying.
Wait,
you on the conversation, please.
We ignoring her. My bad, I forgot. Let's not get sidetracked.
Yeah.
Really, we did all day yesterday with her.
Yeah. She been doing real
and then
well in the comment section talking about what's going on. Let's keep it there.
Right.
Right. We didn't start the bullshit, but we can definitely deal with it and handle it.
Did he say why he
We
had
didn't tell her
a
to go over to
child with a
Diamonds
white
Live.
woman if black women come first?
Yeah.
Did you ask
We
him
didn't
that,
tell her to go over to
Kevin?
Diamonds Live on that bullshit. Say it again.
Did you ask him why he has a child with a white woman if black women come first?
No, I didn't get a chance to because he was, I guess, recapping you or whatever. So I kept it to the question that he was trying to ask and clear it up. But don't worry, it'll be back because he's still watching you.
How did wriggle? Oh, so he watching, he capping me now.
What? We're not watching you. He's watching that other live that y'all was in, whoever Erica's is. I said, no, because I don't follow her, so I don't go where I don't want to be at. I go where I want to be. I don't care who's over there.
Blaze, give it up.
I'm gonna drop before I say some few choice words that I don't want to say right now because I ain't got to the house. But there's one clown down there that's itching, got that finger itching to say some shit, and that tongue is on fire. So I'm gonna be nice about it. But yeah, you didn't tell me that. You should have told me that.
Law. Yeah, he tried to throw you up today and say I'm contradicting because you disrespect women, but I have seen you and heard you get called all kind of bitches and stuff and never, ever, ever acknowledge it. A lot of people have told you that they're very proud of you. I know we done said, I name one, Nana talk to you like a dog.
That don't bother me.
You're humble enough to accept it. Not only Nana, but Kia, Miss J's. I've seen several women disrespect you and call you all kind of bitches. And you sit there and took it. So, yeah, they could learn something from you. Hear it. Not saying it's fair or that it's right for us to call, because I call Cat a comic a bitch ass nigga, and I did. And I have my reasons because I'm not disrespectful to men. But a man that sits up and call me fat all day long, he's a bitch ass nigga to me. That's just what I look at. That's how I see it, those bitch ways. How he takes it and say it's disrespectful to him, keep your mouth off somebody else's mother and wife. So to me, that's a bitch ass nigga. So I guess, hey, it is what it is. Yeah, stick together.
Yeah, I was froze for a moment, but yeah, we good. Are we good?
Yes.
I just thought it was funny. I received a text that he was mentioning me over in his live. I said, "What the hell I got to do with that fool? I don't go over there."
I'm finna get him.
Don't worry about it. It's peace. We demand the peace from all angles.
Girl, I got to say
something. Netra, no.
Oh, Queen of New York.
No,
y'all
Netra.
got to stop thinking.
No, Auntie, where did you get that?
Glam, I'm finna say it. Glam,
I love
please,
that
y'all,
shirt.
respectfully, I got to tell her. Because everybody that comes in this comment section, we don't have the privilege of seeing every comment. So if you think because I miss your comment of you saying hello is disrespectful, leave it live. Like at the end of the day, I'm finna give y'all what y'all want. That's the attention. So if you said hello and by chance I missed it and it make you feel some type of way and there's 400 people in the room, okay, we'll see you later. Come back tomorrow. Maybe I'll see it the next time. I don't see every comment. Respectfully, I read the comments, yes, but damn it, I can't read them all at one time. It's called catch and see, catch and go. So I'm sorry that you came through and said hello and I didn't see it, baby.
I'm telling you.
Y'all got to grow up. Y'all are older women than me.
She's not a robot.
Damn. That's my son. I'm not a robot. Y'all getting on my kids' nerves. Y'all don't start getting on the cheering nerves now. My kids say it's a lot of y'all that's needy. Damn.
That's fuck.
You talking about a couple of days ago, girl. I was gone for 3 days.
Did you see my comment?
Miss Netra.
I mean, but the thing about it is,
yeah, you can come up here, but Eeyore, where is Deb? I need Deb. Deb, she want to come up here, Deb. Could you please drop in the comment section? Enter at your own risk.
But if it was a couple of days ago, why you coming in and talking about it now like it's still your feelings still hurt? Make that make sense.
Y'all expect too much out of me. Now my kids done start saying I ain't no robot. Y'all treat me like I'm like, oh God.
Let me say to anybody that I missed that spoke. Hello.
In here.
I'm getting ready to
cancel. Andre said I didn't speak to him in 2021. What? She said, let her up, y'all. Eeyore, let her up. Then at y'all wrist. That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Girl, who is this now? Who is this one?
I'll drop down.
I know. See my niece now. My niece saying, "Who is this one?" Girl,
I'm trying to figure out who she is. Who is you?
That ain't the one trying to come up. Y'all let the wrong one up. That's Nicole. That's Nicole. Now my niece saying, "Who is this one?" They sick of y'all.
Who is ER?
I know the first person, but who is the new one? What is going on?
Hey, Netra. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. You know what,
Hey.
Netra? Now, this is getting just way too damn out of hand. This has been all day. People talk about they needy because she didn't see my comment. People spoke to the person when she came in. I saw Bright Eye. Say, hey. Like, damn. What do y'all expect? Netra is one person and there's 427 people in here. Go look in the mirror and say hi to yourself. Y'all are getting out of hand. I ain't never seen no stuff like this ever in life. Look at yourself in the mirror. Wave to yourself and say hi back to yourself. Damn. Y'all is out of control. How old are y'all?
Adrena, I'm from New York.
How old are you? No, because I got up here first to talk. Now you want to wait. Damn it, this been all day. I deal with kids all day long that don't need me to say hi to them all the time. Every time they come in the hallway. Hell, every time they come in the hallway, they don't want to say hi to me.
Why
Y'all got to
why
stop
you
it
calm
and
your ass
grow
down?
up.
Number one,
And you still
that's what
talking,
you
and
need
this
to
is
do.
why I'm gonna still keep
Why
talking,
you
because
so
you ain't never
crazy,
gonna have
lady?
Hey,
an audience as
beautiful
long as I'm
friend. Hey,
sitting up here,
sis.
because I got a lot of breath in me that I can still keep talking. So either you gonna shut up and wait your turn, or I'm gonna keep talking. Which one do you want? Damn, y'all is bugging out. I know it can't be no full moon that's making all of y'all feel like y'all need Netra's attention 24/7. Find a friend. Find somebody that might like you just as much as you like them, and talk with them sometime. Go lay on a therapist's couch. Do something. Damn.
Hey, Susu, there go my
Now I'm
niece.
going back downstairs.
Oh,
Shit.
Adrena, thank you.
Yeah.
You in the voice of the quiet storm. Welcome to the mansion. Golly! Queen of New York, so I didn't see you speak. Girl, you got to get your emotions together. I don't see
you
every
have me on mute.
comment.
Can I speak my piece now? She spoke her piece now. All I wanted to do is before, as far as what I was saying, Miss Netra, was a couple of days ago when the situation happened, and I was like, you know, as far as the passing away of a family member, that was a done deal. Done deal. Siri, that's a done deal. But that I'm not trying to get your attention. I don't even know what this lady is talking about. I only see you, Miss Netra, like today. Like today. I just on the panel, I just said hello, Miss Netra, and that's it.
No, that's
So
not what you said. No.
Am I up here?
If
Why
you
the
not
fuck?
hold on.
No, you hold on.
No, you hold on.
No, I
Well,
no,
if you won't trying to get her attention, why would you make the comment? I spoke to you. You didn't speak. That's okay though. Why even make?
I did not
why
say
make that
this
comment?
this time.
Make
You
that make
damn
sense.
lying.
I did not say that.
Hey, Yolanda.
Dex, why do
I'm
you got a
working on that
problem with me, my
Montel.
girl?
Yolanda.
Why you
Listen,
got a
I
problem
don't
with me? I
listen.
never
I don't
disrespected
listen.
you or anything
Okay,
like
you
that.
know,
Why you
I'm
got that
Junior in the
problem with
matrix.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm gonna say it,
know.
Junior in the
I mean, you
matrix.
can say
Hold
whatever
on.
you want to say, but I don't even know what. I never done anything to you. Go ahead. You can speak. Go ahead. Go
Hey,
ahead.
House.
Speak your piece.
Hold on. Shit, mistake.
Woo, I am Dino. Girl, where you been? Auntie is over here, Alabama swimming. But listen here, Queen of New York, let me touch you up, baby. I don't see every comment. I know everybody, but I got to get back to the death in the family. If my mind served me correct, I think it was Glam. When you came through here talking about you wanted to be given some remorse because you had just lost a family member, if my mind served me right, I think they brought to your attention that we would get ready to bury my loved one Saturday too. So I thought we understood that both of us was dealing with a death. I don't know you, you don't know me. So for you to even bring that back up again today is a little disrespectful because I don't have no more to give you other than you give me. I done prayed for you. I done prayed for you. But I lost my auntie too, baby. We just laid her in the ground Saturday. We're dealing with grief myself. Like I'm dealing with grief. Look, you want me to just break down and tell you I cried this morning because my mama gone? Mama been gone 3 years. Like, I bitch, I'm dealing with grief. You bitches is getting on my nerves because y'all not the only person. Let me say it because I'm so tired of this territorial relationships that come with some of y'all. I wish some of y'all stop coming in my room because at the end of the day, everybody is going through something. I ain't over my mama dying. So every day I wake up, I deal with grief. Stop fucking with me. If I don't see you in the comment section, I don't see you. Welcome to the live where there's moderators in here to say, hey, back. Where the comment cousins going to say, hey, to you. But what we not going to keep doing is acting like Netra God around this camp. I need love, too. I need love, too. I'm going through my damn self. I need love. Period. Now, that's it, and that's fucking all. Stop pulling on me like that because I'm finna block some of y'all.
What we need to start doing, like seriously, is taking frequent screenshots and just see what's going on. Is they think the comments is going so fast that you ain't catching the slick shit that they putting down here because she specifically said, well, it might not be the exact word, but pretty much I spoke to you, you didn't speak back, but it's okay though.
That's the same thing she said last time. I told y'all my brother died, but it's okay though, as if everybody else in the world ain't had a death.
Exactly. So why would you? Why?
Did you report my page? Because my page is gone for a certain amount of days, and I'm trying to figure out who did it. Was it you, Queens of New York? Because all I said was we all got deaths.
What other reason would you have to make that comment if you won't trying to get some type of attention? And I tagged her and said, "Don't start." So then you can come in here and say you ain't said shit. What the fuck wrong with you? You can't remember 5 minutes ago? Like, stop playing. Anybody got time for these games? Y'all start this shit in the comment section because you know when people go back and watch, they listen to shit. They don't see the shit to start downstairs. They only hear what's going on. So it looks like we're attacking y'all when y'all done start the bullshit downstairs, and it's time for the bullshit to stop. And then you act like ain't nobody got no problem with you. I got a fucking problem with you because we tired of y'all bullshit. Time out for it.
Also, if you need that much attention, just ask to come up. She lets whomever up there. She don't. There's no big folk, little folk. If you feel like you want to be acknowledged or have your greeting assessed, ask to come up. That's what you did today.
I wasn't even on.
To leave that little slick shit on the end. Well, that's all.
That's sober. That's sober
thing is going on out the window.
Yeah. All you motherfuckers are jumping on me, and I don't care.
There they go.
Number one, I never done anything. Number two,
I gotta be an MFer, and I never called you.
I never called you an MFer.
You alcoholic. What is your drink of choice? It's Mad Dog 2020 today. You drunkard. Get off this.
Mama, don't Kevin Brown tell us we giving it too much attention. Y'all gotta let me address
No, I'm
it.
not.
Y'all got to let me address it respectfully.
I am fine.
I'm tired of these people pulling on me in such a way that now I'm gonna be all over the internet.
Whatever. You can call me a motherfucking alcoholic.
I think that they're imps, Auntie. I think that they're imps, and it is their duty to try to bring you down. But shake them off and say, "Get away from me, Satan." Shake them off.
Well, we gotta get the same kind of respect that we want from these other folks too. That's all I'm saying.
Shake them off, Auntie, and say, "Get away from me, Satan," because that's what it is. It's these imps trying to come against who you is and the person that you are. Just like them imps came against my page, and I didn't even do nothing.
And I'm always in somebody's panel, so for them to say I don't show love, I go support everybody, especially if you have FOE and you turn your live button on. I show support, but I know when to pull back. I know when people feel like they're taking support away from me. I feed that energy. Like, I'm not going to beg for relationships anymore in life. The only thing I'm saving is my marriage as far as a relationship. Respectfully, I save my relationship with my children, but y'all have to respect me as far as I respect y'all. If y'all think y'all gonna back up for me, then that energy needs to be developed. It needs to be full in effect. Ain't no taking yourself away from me and think I'm gonna give you all of me. That's just not how life go no more. I want to save me. I want to keep living, and I'm not gonna give myself extra stress from people that's not even really here to support me for real. Y'all got people on puppet strings, and I don't live on strings.
Ain't nothing wrong with reciprocation, sis. Ain't nothing wrong.
I don't live on strings. These who wear me like these here, after children and praying for your kids in real life and being a mother and a grandmother, you think you got time to meet people in 2 years? You supposed to give all of you to them? Y'all not giving all of y'all to me. So why should I give all of me to y'all? I have a life to live outside of TikTok. But some of y'all act like this is my resting spot. This is my entertainment. This is my fellowship. This is my extra time. Y'all got to stop doing that. And I'm telling you now, I'm calling everybody out to do it from here on out. You're going to stop putting me on a pedestal. I don't ask to be on pedestals. I do not ask to be on pedestals.
And that goes for phone calls as well. Okay. If she is not on here, blowing up the phone does not help. It does not get her any faster. The endless phone calls, just to hey Netra, when you wanna hey Netra, I just wanted to, like, come on now, y'all gotta realize that this woman got a life outside of TikTok. She has a life like you do.
Like wait, that's the problem, sis. They don't have a life outside of TikTok. That's the problem.
Yeah, but y'all gotta real life like chill out on that. That is really weird. It is. It is. And it's no disrespect. It's just like, come on now. If she says I'll be back later, whether she's back later or not, you don't have to blow the woman's phone up. You don't.
And just because you have her
Damn
number,
sure
she
don't.
takes it for granted.
And please, I don't know if anybody needs to know this, and this is not just about Netra, but this is anybody that you call. When you call one time, do not call again back to back. That is weird. If the person didn't answer the first time, trust and believe that's what caller ID is for. They saw that you called. They will reach out when they're ready. Do not try to press nobody for no answer, for a response. It's weird, guys. It's weird to call, not get an answer, and call back. It's weird. I don't know if anybody has ever told you that, but it is. And it's annoying as hell. It makes the person not even want to answer or call you back. It really does.
Speaking of which, Netra, can I take you to court? Because I called you earlier today around about 11 a.m.
And look when I saw it this a while ago while we were on live.
She don't check her messages.
She did not
y'all,
call
in
back.
real life.
She did not call back. But D, I got to call you.
In real life, she
I
don't
called
check her
too,
messages.
and I didn't call back.
Look, we
I ain't doing double call.
Yeah, I called too.
If people want to talk to you, check this out. People call you.
I
called too,
So,
but I don't call
you'll
back to
return
back.
that call?
I mean, you'll return it when you're ready.
J Culture, be quiet. Girl.
Well,
I
I
mean,
just be feeling
I'll
like
just-
if
I'll
she
just make
answers,
notes
she gotta
of-
be busy. Like she got a family and everything else. So, or she
I just-
probably tired of all the drama that be going on here. So I be like, okay.
They fighting.
I just
over you.
made call notes, and then I just wait for her to call me, and then I go get my notepad, and I'll be like, "Oh, she called me back. Hold on. Here we go. Look,
Look,
I'm
TK
just kidding."
said if Netra say she coming back tonight, just know she not.
Yeah.
In the chair with her mouth wide open, sweet baby. Just go on and wait till tomorrow.
Right.
Right.
Unless it's gonna be like a 1, 2, 3 o'clock in the morning.
Why the hell I got two phones?
Let me tell you, and when I tried to call you,
And I'm gonna call both of them every time. When you don't answer one, I call
both of them.
When I
No,
called
me
you,
too, baby.
When I called you and you didn't answer, I called Javon. I said, y'all on your little funky meeting, ain't you? Y'all all there talking.
You know what I did when she did call back the one time? I acted like I really did, because it was the first time you had called me back on it, and I was like, "Hello, Miss Netra?" And then I started laughing at myself because I was like, "Okay, she finally called me." I got all excited, ready to tell you.
I know I'm very bad with the phone, but that's in real life with family. My
Mhm.
daughters, my
You
daughter
are.
let you know downstairs. I am bad with the phone.
You are.
But you're good at texting.
My niece in real life, Destiny, I'm bad with a phone.
Baby, them text messages, you will answer a text message 3 days later, and I'd be like, "Girl, bye. I don't even."
You know what I'll say? You know what she'll do? She'll heart something like 3 days later. She'll just love something, and I'll be like, "What did I even send her? I don't even know what I sent her."
I hate phones, y'all. When I tell y'all I hate texting, y'all are probably. Look. A lot of my, y'all probably can tell. I hate texting. I hate talking on the phone. I hate phones, but you have to have them. I just hate cell phones. I hate phones. I hate them. I hate texting. I hate responding. I hate group messages. I hate group texts.
Oh,
I hate when Thanksgiving comes.
Go back to the house.
I'm gonna say thank you.
I wish I could talk to people every day like this and it'd be enough. That's how I really be feeling.
Yeah,
Scooter said what? But in real life, Scooter, I'm telling y'all never know how y'all meet people in real life. In real life, this is my real niece. I don't like phones. I don't like sitting talking on the phone. I will, but I just get bored so easily that I'd rather lay in my bed or come on live.
Baby, your mind goes and don't let her be on her phone and you think you finna sit next to her and talk. Baby, she's not gonna hear nothing that you're saying because she can't multitask.
She hearing you when you on the phone with her. You should ask the same question over again. And
y'all know how she be on live and we'll be doing all the talking and she'll be in the background somewhere doing something and then to sit down and be like, girl, you wasn't listening to us this whole time. Go on somewhere.
But you know what though? But Miss Netra, let me tell you, let me give you some credit though. It's because you're so much fun to talk to. Because like even when we started talking about something and then you took me on a field trip with you on the phone and you were like, "This is what we're doing, this is what we're checking out, this is what you just started telling me all about it. It became interesting. You know what I mean? When you just started sharing with me even the field trip we went on, and what you were looking for and what
Y'all
you were
might
out
think I'm
doing.
lying.
So
I think the reason why I don't like phones is because, hear me out, every single day I only talk to my mom on the phone. Every day. The only person I talked to on the phone was me, my two sisters, and my mama. We talked on three-way. My nieces, my daughter. I didn't talk on the phone to people. I talked on the phone to my mama every single day until she died in 3 years ago. So I just, after mama, it's like the phone calls went away. Like I don't be on the phone with who I want to talk to the most. So yeah, my phone calls, my life was around my mama. I'm a social bunny, but I never socialized as a social bunny. I always just did the internet and let it go. I was always the voice of the town, but socializing like this, but mama is gone now, so I brought people into my social world. And it's like now I got to be this person that I feel like people trying to pull out of me. So it's like, this ain't the social person I was. I was social. I was sociable, but I wasn't interactive. And being interactive now with a whole lot of personality is like, I'm having stranger anxiety. Some days, like today, Sharice called me. And I told her, I said, you kind of motivated me to get up because me and Curtis was sitting in there in the bed listening to TikTok and having our own conversation about it. And I was like, girl, I guess I'll get up and go get online. I didn't even want to get online today because it's draining. Like it's your name in the spotlight. You go to 3 fucking platforms and it's Netra. Y'all don't think that's draining?
But it's okay.
I would think it was.
It's draining. That's why I
I-
took my break, child. I still ain't came back all the way. My people be looking for me, and I.
Well, I want to tell you the FOE helped me with the draining on it yesterday with it too, Ms. Nature, because they were, explaining how, don't
I love you too,
don't
Sharice. Thank you
engage,
for calling.
don't have the energy, things like that with it. Because I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it without not popping off. Because I could be chill for a minute and then I would hit my breaking point and then everybody be like, I don't know if I really like that no more.
It's
So I get it. When
like
you go off, it's got to be draining.
It is, but let me tell you, it's also that kicking you sometimes when you want to stop. Like today, I when I walked out my room, I said, "Oh, they want to keep me off TikTok." That inner man kicks in. It's like being that you are fierce to be working with. Like you got to have something going for yourself. So then that part of me kicks in and say, "Oh shit, I'm finna go turn on because they don't want to see me out there." So it's just like a wave all day long. It's damn if you do, it's damn if you don't. But I'm going to do more than I don't do, and that's just me.
But you know what that is though? They needed a whole team, a whole quote unquote team, to try to take you down on it. That's your power. That's your power. All these people, and then they get so mad with your support. But what it is they didn't know they were going to have to battle everybody with it. They were thinking, oh, we're just going to come and take her, and then that'll be a wrap. So what they're infuriated by is, oh, FOE, stick together. FOE, I ain't that in. FOE, y'all are just like a cult. Jealous.
Y'all, my
jealous. That's all you are.
One thing I do know is when I come out here, I do know I have a group of people that stand with me and not behind me. And so a lot of people put me out there as being this head, like the mantle on the front end of the car, but I'm part of the car. I am the car. Like we're all together. I don't like to be divided. And in real life, I never have. That's why I have a hard time dividing color. A lot of people want me to do that, but God gave all us a chance. So here I am with the spiritual life. And so I just refuse to not love white people. I refuse to let anybody tell me I can't love white people. I look at a woman giving birth to a child. I don't look at the color of the woman. That woman gave birth. I look at the mother. A white woman is a mother. A black woman is a mother. A Hispanic mother. They're all mothers. But what they want us to do over here is say that a black mama matter more than a white mama. But that's just not how God works. So I get in trouble for being a content creator that loves a multitude. And so I said today, and this is what I said to God. I said, I'd rather be in trouble with man than to be in trouble with you. And I told God today, I'm satisfied with man not understanding as long as I'm pleasing to you. So God, I give my all to the ones that you told me to love, and that includes everybody. So once I told God that today, I was able to come turn this live on and say, Becca, I love you.
I love you.
You better know I love you. KB, I love you. Melanie, Dale, all my white friends over here, Christian, Becky, all my white friends, I'm able to turn on this live and say, I love you. And hey, God ain't mad, but man is disappointed. And it don't matter.
Good word, sis.
Liz Talk, KC Mo, they're my white sisters. They're my supporters. They don't go nowhere. KC Mo, I love her. Liz Talk, singing at my birthday party. So I can't, CC, Britt, supporters. I could go on and on with my white family, but I won't. But they ain't going nowhere.
And you know, we've been around each other so long, it ain't even a color thing. We don't even really see color. It's your personality. Everybody personality brings substance to the platform. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just that.
The Amanda, sister.
But Miss Netra, it was never about race. That was the haters that brought up race. Neither one of them, I know we're not jumping into it, but neither one of them, I said this last night on Sweet Tea's Live, neither one of them ever brought up race. Neither one of them ever brought up race. It was the outsiders that brought up the race thing. Neither one of them ever did it. So it's not even a thing point arguing. That's them trying to spin something.
Bayou. Girl, we got a whole community of love over here. We all family. At the end of the day, in real life, when it came down to my business, and ain't nobody gonna want to hear this, but it's the truth anyhow. My biggest supporters were white people. If it wouldn't have been for white people come, if I put up pictures right now of my dining room at my restaurant, you're gonna see probably 30 white people and one black person. And she rode with the white people. Okay. But see, don't nobody want to talk about that. So if I would have shut my business door to the white people, I wouldn't have ate. So y'all want to keep saying how black people this and black people that, but let's talk about the real truth. My biggest supporters were white people. And that's just the way the ball bounced. I wouldn't dare cut off the supply of love over here. And so at the end of the day, y'all need to stop watching what make you sick.
Miss Netra, that was only them trying to turn around the weak-minded people that believe that shit. They're the ones that are over there calling black women out of their name all the time without even a second guess. So it's just a bullshit way to try to make people flip. That's all it was. There was never a race thing involved in that.
Yeah, so shout out to, and we're going to stop saying white because over here we call them by their name.
Exactly.
That's how they made it a racist today. I'm with D. Yeah. Had they never brought attention to a white woman and a black woman arguing, it wouldn't even been an issue. But had they left it as two women arguing, then we would have dealt with what we was dealing with.
But that's what it was.
But the minute that Blaze and Kevin put a color on it, it made it racism. But we didn't ask y'all to do that. We asked
two women arguing.
They were just fishing for something to hold you accountable for, so they thought for content. That is the only reason. There was just anything they could grab. If it wasn't that, it would have been some other BS.
Exactly.
And they're the main people who scream for equal rights, but then you continue to separate us. So how you asking for equalness and asking for racism to end at the same time, making it about racism? I literally heard them last night tell a lady who came up in the platform, "Oh, you can't speak on this because you white." And it was saying that in the comments. Everything that happened, and they was like, "Oh, if you white, you have no place to say anything in here." So you being the same thing that you saying that they're doing to us, and then if they turned around and did the same exact thing, it would be hell out war. You know what I mean?
Right. Y'all make sure y'all follow Mint downstairs. Mint, when you put some yellow hearts downstairs, y'all, she has good content. She sings. She just needs to be in the public eye. So if you all do not mind following Mint, I'm going to start being a mentor to her so she can start going live and show out some of her talent that she has. But she just dropped some yellow hearts. If y'all do not mind following Mint, and go follow her content, like it, share it as much as you can. She will be doing some content creating, and I'm gonna start mentoring her a little on being a content creator. So if y'all don't mind, I would appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
I'm
Now,
following her
follow
already.
that. Remember to hit the screen, share the live, gift your host. It doesn't cost a thing to bring these numbers up. Let's like the profile. Let's like what's happening right here. It's free of charge.
Yeah, I didn't like that last night when they was telling people that. Like that kind of pissed me off. I wanted to go up there, but I promised my honey I was gonna try to be good, and I still lost my page anyway.
And listen,
What
Mix,
live
last
was it,
night
man?
I cooked.
After you let
and
yeah,
y'all
what
know I ended to go eat with Curtis. So I said, after I got through eating, I told Curtis I'm gonna go over to Sweet 99. I saw FOE and we went over to Sweet 99, and I fell asleep in Sweet 9 box. So when I woke up, shit, I went from my recliner to the bed. I wake up at 3 o'clock in the morning just to be up, 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I had so many messages, and they said Lit Touch is in the box with Blaze and Care the Comic.
Well, Miss Netra, I kept thinking you were gonna wake up because we were playing their live and they were playing some of your lives, so it was your voice. And I kept thinking she's gonna wake up because you were talking. You were the one that was talking and they were playing on it, but you didn't wake up. you didn't say anything.
I don't know if y'all dropped me or the live ended.
No, the live dropped you. No, we didn't drop you because we were like, where did she go?
My phone went dead. That's what it was. I woke up and my phone was dead.
But your voice, like they were playing the whole live and it was your voice. And we kept saying, she's going to wake up. She's going to wake up because it's her voice talking, but you were knocked out.
And you know, as mature adults, well, first I want to ask you this, Netra. Are you going on with Slim tonight? That was my first.
Oh, it's 6 o'clock, so I got 1 hour, yes.
Okay. And then I was getting ready to say too, now as mature adults, we know that just because two people if at odds with one another, that don't mean that you have to pick and choose, right? We all agree to that. Right. But if it's not,
I'm partial. I have to say, Dex, my people that I'm into, they got phones.
Let her finish this. Let's hear it. Let me hear it.
But if it's not a red flag when you have this one person that basically kiss your ass, I don't know another way to put it, that's friends with several of your foes, many of your foes.
Saying we talk on the back end. We done talked about this on the back end.
I don't know what y'all talking about. I'm lost.
My people phone.
Catch up, Netra. Catch up.
Just think about the detailed conversation that she had with you versus what she might be having with many of your foes.
Yeah.
Biggest
And
foe.
Miss
The one who
that
called.
came out of her voice.
Hold on. Your doctor friend.
Okay, Dr. Michelle. Dr. Michelle?
Dr. Michelle.
Okay, what happened?
Kale. It's another one that she admitted out in the open, you know, that you're having these personal conversations with, conversations with.
Dr. Michelle talked to who?
Little Touch. They have a.
No, I'll just say, Little Touch said it out loud to Kevin too. She said, "Did you get my message? Did you check my text message or check your messages? Because I text you on the back end." The Little Touch said that live.
And this is
And then he came out with she gave you money for your. That's why,
Yeah.
and I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Yeah, I called her and I said you need to correct this because you have them thinking that you gave money to Netra to fix her husband's car.
We know that's a lie.
And I knew it was a lie.
Oh, good.
So I said you need to take your tail up there and correct that because that is not right. You know, Auntie sleep and this mess is going on while she sleep and it's being said you got money to fix a car. But she got up there and it was, oh yeah, we are friends. Yeah, I do remember you told me to go live. We talk all the time. And I'm like, what the is going on?
And then also is insinuated that the reason why Becca was allowed to go off on Little Touch, I'm doing quotations right now, off on Little Touch, the reason why she was allowed to is because she gives so much money to you. So she basically paid and you let her do it. That was never denied either. Now it wasn't confirmed, but it wasn't denied.
I don't understand why they, which because of FOE, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was in Colorado, because of FOE, I didn't have to spend none of my money. I had my money tucked back. I brought that home because FOE really, really supports me. But I didn't ask for it. I didn't put up no goal. I didn't ask for it. It's just coming to me. It's natural. I'm not going to let these folks on the internet feel bad, make me feel bad about my blessings. But what I will say is Lit Touch don't give me no money. Lit Touch even said yesterday, Netra, I give you money too. Lit Touch don't give me no money. And I don't like for people to say that. Lit Touch don't give me money. Lit Touch give money to what we're doing. That's not giving.
Right.
That's not the same thing.
But not for what she's doing to the benefit. She's doing
Yeah,
it.
yeah, that's not
how it was
giving me
being.
money. If you're gonna be there and it's $30 a person, you're there. It's $30 a person.
You're not
That's
handing
putting
somebody
in my
money.
pocket.
Right.
So-
We knew
And it was
that, but
never
that wasn't
denied.
how it was being said. And so
Exactly.
I think I put it in the bottom. I was like, y'all, I gotta go because this pissing me off. Because I
Yeah,
really
Glam-
want to go up there,
Glam's right.
especially when I heard them say the junk about, oh, if you white, you can't have no kind of say so and all of this. And then talking about she giving you
Hey, lady.
$1,600 to fix your husband's car. And I'm like, who the fuck
Yes.
told you? So I did call her and I did go off and I was like, you need to correct this. But then when she got over there, it was like,
She
she didn't
didn't.
even say, no, I know that's not true. Talk about everything around the sun, but that.
Because the
And that's what I'm
narrative
saying.
getting is the money that was paid for her cruise was given to Netra.
Right. She left it. She never
when
corrected.
I pay for my stuff, FOE, I do not get my money. They are not the cruise facilitators. They
Right.
are facilitating
That's what I
trips and
want.
not the cruise. My money goes straight to Carnival. Period.
And
Miss
then my
Netra,
thing
we
is,
all
how
listen
did
to
they
it.
even get out? Because I've never been on a cruise. So I was like, well, damn, did she send Glam them the money and Glam them pay for the cruise? But when I heard today that they had to book it through Carnival, I'm like, well, how did Kevin and Blaze get that I took her money and that I owe her $1,500? How do I owe her $1,500?
That's the narrative they're spinning. And just the same people she gave the money to, that's who she need to get it from if she don't want
She
to.
She never corrected it. So she's trying to say, I'm telling you, we all listen to it. We all on the same thing. Everything that was said was implied and it was led to believe, and it never was correct. I never got up there and said, I never gave this, I never did this, and I never did that. It just
never
was
corrected
led to
it.
just
Exactly
let
right.
it keep going. Just let it keep
And
going.
anybody who tried to go up there and correct it, if they was white, you can't talk. And if you black, they read Adrena for the filth.
And she was in the panel where she could have said.
And then you remember Lovely Kisses?
Excuse
remember
me.
her from
I
back in
gave
the
my
day?
money to Carnival. My money was sent to Carnival.
I know y'all remember Lovely
Could have
Kisses.
corrected this.
Y'all remember Lovely Kisses who used to be over here? So now she's surviving FOE when we wasn't even FOE over there. How was it when you were over there with FOE?
But Aunt Tracy was funny though when she got in the box though, Miss Netra.
I'm gonna put that throw up right there since they say Kev over there talking about me. Put that up.
Miss Netra and Tracy was hilarious though. I ain't gonna lie. She made it a little bit lighter because all of us were getting a little bit, hyped up, kind of mad at it. Because it's just the insinuation. It wasn't cleared up. It wasn't cleared up. It was led to believe that was what was going on. That Glam and them were collecting money, and they're not. They literally were like, oh, they kept that money and gave it to Netra. It was never cleared up. It was like Glam and them just collecting money and just using it for whatever they want to, and maybe paying off the cruise or whatever the case may be. There was never a correction. That's the same thing as admitting that it's the truth. If you don't correct it, that means you agree to it. So I don't want to hear any of that.
But if you're playing the victim and you've got somebody giving you pity, she just resting in it. She just resting in the pity and the strokes.
Right.
And the narrative. That's not cool, LT.
So I don't want to hear that, oh, you got something wrong. If you don't correct it, that means you agree to what is being said. Bullshit. That's bullshit. You correct anything that's told that's incorrect. If somebody they said that Miss Netra stole $1,500 from you, I'm not just gonna sit there and be silent.
Y'all know I'm
gonna say that didn't happen.
Oh, you gotta hear them. It was she and Dr. Michelle said, "Oh, we've talked about this before about how you're being treated over there, haven't we? Oh yeah, we talk on the back line all the time."
She didn't even realize.
Me when she says I'm a doctor, but I can't subscribe medicine. I'm like, well,
what?
Now she's the one, Top Shelf. She is the one. I heard her today. Me and Curtis laughed at her and Noonie say, we bet Netra can't go 6 months without mentioning anyone's name. The whole time they mentioning my name. Make that shit make sense. Me and Curtis busted out laughing. I know you fucking lying. But Dr. Michelle,
position, you can't subscribe no medicine.
And she's the one that called the mayor. Hear me out. Dr. Michelle wants to spin this narrative that I let my white nephew call and cuss her out. And I did. And I did. Lala fellowship with Dr. Michelle and Kiana. And they put my picture up of me at a near-death experience with a trunk in my stomach where I had sepsis and I almost died. So now we want to compare the pain. You can expose my body and you black women sit over there and laugh about it. But because my white nephew decided to cuss you out, I supposed to care?
Say that shit, Mom. Say that.
We don't get to do Netra like that. So what you dish out, be able to take that shit back. So
That
Dr.
part.
Michelle went a little further and called the mayor of Palestine, Texas. And she received the email from the lead team and the attorney of the mayor. Tell her to play that recording. Tell Dr. Michelle to play the recording where she called the mayor and tried to get me removed as lead.
Wow.
She won't tell that, will she? But y'all want to talk about black people being for black people when you tried to take a black woman out of her position. I don't have shit to say to them fake ass folk.
The need for attention is stronger than the need to make sure that the truth is clear.
And I'm still lead.
That part.
For the
that
mayor.
part.
Still lead. Thank you, Jesus. So my thing is this: how can they be so for black people, but you called the mayor, and the mayor had to get the attorneys to send you a letter to say don't harass him, Dr. Michelle.
Okay, and sometimes people give themselves away; they don't even really realize it. I'm watching and seeing what you ain't saying, and peeping your whole card. Period.
And I'm telling y'all better, for those that don't believe in karma.
They said Erica on Cam Live telling him her bad experience of his birthday party. These the moments I wait to hear. Can somebody please run that back right quick? Them the moments I like to hear somebody telling you that you served them boo-boo at the birthday party. Please, somebody give me that recording.
Let me tell you something. I'm not even a big picky eater.
Yeah, I got that man blocked on everything.
That color in the plate.
That plate right there, the first one is the worst look. I would have had to dip over and try to eat a couple bites of leaf.
God, I got it.
Wouldn't even tried it.
That rice.
Unblock this snag of puss.
Is that chicken? Wait, is that chicken or fish?
Let me see if I can.
Or is that just rice?
Chicken breast.
Let me see if I can log into my backup.
Is that squash mixed in with rice? Like squash, broccoli?
I'm not Empress at this, so y'all bear with me.
I don't know,
I got all that man page is blocked. I hope.
Oh shoot!
That makes, and like I said, that makes me sick. I'm not even a big fish eater, and that shit looks runny.
Which page is it?
He is running.
He on Dime Line.
He on Dime Line.
On Dime.
Oh, I love Dime.
Oh,
Dime. Yeah, Dime's probably.
Diamond. Dime.
No, Dime. Dime. Yeah, no, I love Dime.
Yeah.
What's she on it? Did you find her? She might be under the real Dime.
Let's see. Oh, is that it?
Yeah, I recognize her voice. No, Dime.
No.
That's not her?
That's
Oh.
Oh, they said
he's not on there.
Y'all. Well, where should I go, y'all?
I don't know now.
Saying somebody named Kwani. Quanie.
They said Kwani, yeah.
Like it's still a sensitive topic with him. So open, he's not receptive to what's going on or what people have to say, who is actually there. Because I feel like if you have something to say, you have to be somebody who purchased a ticket. Like me, I cannot just give him some type of criticism. Maybe I can, but it won't be accepted. Any type of criticism that's accepted, like I just feel like it wouldn't be from somebody who didn't attend, who didn't have that experience, yada, yada, yada. But me personally, I'm not a business person, But it's like, if I was to be like an entrepreneur, like I just would want to hear from the people who had an experience with me, like what it is, to see what I need to tweak. But I just feel like it's still a sensitive subject with
it is, and you know, and like I said, like, and I did not drag that man whatsoever. It's not my place to do that, because I myself don't want no one doing that for my own events. I host events 24/7.
Right.
You know.
Hey, real quick, he said he did not want any feedback. Like, he came up here saying that. Didn't want to hear any feedback. He only wanted to hear praise. He wanted to make his own mistakes, and whatever the mistakes were, he didn't want to hear it. So I'm kind of confused, and like,
how do you know if it's a mistake if you don't hear it?
I was just about to say that, Erica. Like, how do I know I'm doing something?
He don't want the truth.
I'm doing something wrong.
Because he doesn't want to
Let's
hear
make
it.
this a hot topic.
Hear it from people who
Let us
believe
see
that
how I
they
feel.
know how to do it. So, Erica, you having anything to say, you being a woman and you being a business owner who deals with these types of things, he doesn't want to hear you.
You know, but that's it's.
Don't y'all think if you put on an event, you should give feedback to the people that purchased $200 for a plate?
Away from Kev.
Of course.
In order to grow, you have to be receptive to constructive criticism.
In his 50s.
I mean, at any point, I don't care if you are 2 or 50.
Stop.
If he want to do another event, so he's going to listen to something. Because he don't want to run into a brick wall again.
Well, honestly, and y'all are gonna hate me for saying this, but why do y'all care?
Don't
Because
care.
half the people he's saying that he doesn't want y'all at his event. He doesn't care about your opinion. It's his guests or whatever. It's his guests. And that's how he hosts events. And if you don't like it, don't go.
I guess for me, I don't take that literal. Like, I just feel like with Kev, I do honestly feel like it's sensitive for him right now. I feel like he kind of like he's listening, but he don't want to show like that he's listening, because it's like when you're back against the wall and you feel like everybody's against you, only thing you're going to do is swing. You're going to swing. I don't care where it lands, you're going to continue to swing. So I just feel like Kev is in that like swinging mode. He's want to continue. He want to continue to swing, not even like paying attention to people who's actually giving him like, you know, like legit constructive criticism. But to be honest with you, when you're on messy side of TikTok, you don't really know who to take like serious.
Talking with sense.
You know, like vulnerable with. I feel like he's not going to be vulnerable, but I do feel like he's paying attention and he's like, listen to me.
I disagree, Kwani. Let's take me for example. I just came out the ring of fire. Right? Everybody, for weeks on end, I was being drugged and my back against the wall against everyone. But I still was receptive to feedback in what I feel of the situation.
They said I'm going off. Let us. I want to hear him spaz out, y'all. I do. I'm gonna make fun
That's
of
all I
him.
want to hear. And you know he's being relative and doing all this stuff.
Let me see if I can.
Yeah, we'll get back to the other stuff. I want to hear Kev spaz out.
I don't know if I.
You have it up? I do. I want to hear him spaz out. I don't care.
Yeah, I don't got it because I got him.
Let me see. I think I blocked him. I was over there trying. Here we go.
Are y'all fucking serious?
He got 9 people on this show.
9 people in that room?
It say 9 people.
9 people in the box?
I don't know how many really in the room, but look, his number's going down and he don't even pay attention.
Trying to stay relevant. He's coming in, he's digging his grave.
You got 9 people in there, man. You losing your content people. He don't notice. He don't notice. People sick of it. They sick of it.
We turn all y'all ass down.
Let me tell you why I'm sick of it. Because if it wasn't for TikTok people, he wouldn't have had nobody at that. Let's tell the truth. If it wasn't for anybody from TikTok going care to come, it wouldn't have had nobody at his party. Now you act like TikTok don't matter.
Right,
They
because
said 160 and okay, 100
Right,
it show
because you're having
9.
a party, but your party's gonna have your family there as well.
But I got a question though. Why we never hear about Rick speaking down on this stuff? Why it's only him?
Because Rick don't carry himself like that.
Exactly. That's a real man.
They said 173 over there. It showed 9 on my end, but I'm not in the room, y'all.
How about that? How about you rate the niggas
I'm not.
that y'all passing around? Rate them niggas.
Who y'all passing around?
Rate the niggas that y'all flipping back and forth, passing yourselves around and running up to. Rate them niggas.
Who y'all sleeping with?
Rate the niggas that you fucking. Rate the niggas that matter to you. You could have kept them little $50.
What is he talking about?
You could have kept them. Y'all around here barking and crying over $50 ticket. Like y'all supposed to get some kind of
y'all hear that narcissistic behavior? Angela? Okay, so now we broke because we concerned about $50 plates. Y'all see that reverse psychology?
Yep.
You can't make people not have questions about $50. So now you want us to look like we guilty for asking Unica why we got $50 worth of rice. Baby, stay woke, y'all. Stay woke.
It's a $200 event and you got $50 plate.
No, but it's business 101 with it. I mean, it doesn't matter if somebody spent $1. You know,
yeah,
sit back and disregard
$50 is a
them like
lot
they're
to
nothing.
pay for this slop. $50 is a lot to pay for slop.
Right.
That's what we
Not
need on
to
the
mention-
t-shirt.
But not to mention the people that travel, like flew out there.
That's what I was just
What is
finna
he talking
say.
about? To support
We
him.
talk about it because we
And I flew from Texas to support his
and
ass.
I flew from Florida. We flew out there. We had all of this stuff, and you know us females had to get hair done, nail done, everything done.
An outfit,
dresses,
buy new clothes, right?
All for him to talk about us now and say we broke because we said he charged us $50 for this plate. His name is Kev the Comic. Anybody want to know? Kev
Miss
the
Netra, Miss Netra, if you want to laugh real quick in the comments.
If you can fuck with me, nigga, you can't sit in a room with me, nigga. You can't even sit in no boxes with me, pussy nigga. Fuck wrong with you? Ain't nobody finna have no conversation with your bitch ass. Fuck wrong with you? Go live with all them other niggas in the box again. Go talk to them motherfuckers. Nigga, you can't sit in a room with me. Fuck wrong with you, nigga? Y'all sit over there.
Oh, did we mention this the $200 plate too, y'all? Don't forget this also was the $200 plate.
What's running? What's the liquid?
It's $50 just to get in the Uptown
And
Comedy
the
Corner. All
squash.
y'all got in there for free. Money
Oh.
Squash juice.
Money motherfucking spun. And that was before the players ball.
Okay, so he said we got in the comedy club free. Walking in the building free ain't cost us $200, and we had to pay for our own drinks when we got in there. So just because you let me come in the room free, see, I'm old game. I can come in your room free, but if I'm paying for my drinks, it still costs me something.
It should have been free from what we saw.
But he
Exactly.
was him and that dude the only
Amateur.
two acts. Wasn't that dude the only two people that performed that night?
No, he had a list of comedians, but didn't nobody make nobody laugh.
So he probably rented the club out. So you can't even say that. You rented the club out.
Oh, girl, that make it worse that we got in for free, but still paid for drinks. You act like you gave us a special. Somebody cost $50 to get in that comedy club. I bet you he lying. That nigga lying. He want to justify them $200 place that you done robbed the people from. Let's talk about it.
The player ball didn't have nothing to do with the fuck she did. That's why
I like that liquid.
When I came over there this morning. Look, don't play with me. Find somebody to play with. That's why Erica put her in the big box when I came up this morning. Because they ain't got that running thing. They got that running thing about the goddamn players ball. This ain't got nothing to do with me.
I knew you was coming.
This ain't got nothing to do with me.
It got everything to do with your players ball.
Now, Miss Netra, stop being obtuse. Don't be up here being obtuse, goddamn. I'm telling you, you know it's about the players. But
now all of a sudden it's about the players. No, don't try to change the subject now. Well, as a matter of fact, I'm about to play the clip and get us right back on topic.
I'm
about to play the clip and get us right back on motherfucking topic. We gonna focus. We gonna motherfucking focus.
I can't focus with this plate on here.
No.
We can play over in Plays Live.
It's the chicken season.
that's the food from the food
No,
stamp
let
bar.
me find something else. No.
Big ass deflection.
I don't like the liquid.
I'm like, no.
Yeah, he ready to spin a narrative talking
Makes me
about
nauseous.
these dirty ass plates.
That's prairie food.
No, the whole time is
Slim, what's
plastic,
our
but it's
topic
almost that
tonight in
liquid.
30 minutes?
I thought we would go down the toxic relationship thing.
Toxic relationships, even with friends, family, girlfriend, boyfriend. Tonight at Slim's Hey Chanel at 7:00. That's less than 30 minutes. We'll be over there after dark. We do 2 hours from 7 to 9. We are asking you all, if you join the panel, please let your responses be 2 to 3 minutes and then share the conversation. Tonight we will be discussing toxic relationships. So you definitely want to come in tonight, walk in like you talk it, with Miss Netra and Slim after dark.
Are we cammed up or icon?
I like the cam up.
Yeah.
If y'all cam up, that way Miss Netra can put it on. You can have somebody record and put it on her YouTube. Know what I'm saying?
Correct.
Miss Netra.
And then we will be coming back here at 9:00 to open the mansion back up. I promise.
Oh, it's all night.
It's all
Miss
night. We're gonna be
Netra.
here about 2:00 in the morning.
I know you ain't never lied to us.
You gonna be asleep.
She gonna be asleep. Exactly. Miss Netra,
Your
I know you
body's
never
gonna
lied.
be there, but you gonna be asleep.
I know you never
Go
never
ahead,
lied to
Jay.
us before. It's okay. I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell her that still looked like bread in the back. I know you said it still looked like bread and salad.
that was the salmon, and it wasn't skinless. It had the skin on it. And some people, I mean, that really doesn't matter. I'm funny acting, and I guess that's because I'm chubby. You know, chubby people funny acting. And but I prefer my
Yes,
salmon.
Shell, would you please stream us tonight on YouTube? Please stream us tonight on YouTube.
Auntie, do you have a good recipe for some? My husband asked me for some sauteed fish. Now I'm gonna just throw it in the oven, but he said that's not sauteed.
That ain't how you do it, Grandma.
That ain't it.
Y'all
Right?
can
Can
YouTube
like it
channel
was
is at
uncircumcised.
Miss Netra. The YouTube channel is at Miss Netra. I think when you go over there, it says Judge Trendsetter. I'm not sure if Slim has a
Judge
YouTube.
Trendsetter, sis.
Yeah, I didn't post
Miss
it.
Netra, every time you leave the camera, you come back in the camera. Every time I just that liquid.
What is that supposed to be right there?
That liquid at the bottom.
That looks like a pig right there, Slim, don't it?
Yeah,
that
what is
liquid.
that? I don't know
bothers
what that
me.
is. That don't look good. Don't look edible.
Need to
Because
put
the
my
chicken-
picture over there, please. Put my
the
picture
chicken
over there.
looks
That don't
dry.
look crazy.
That do
Is
not
that supposed
look
to be
edible.
like squash and rice or something?
That's what I was saying. But it looks like the chicken
It's pork
dry.
chicken with a bed of rice. See, listen, hear me out.
Y'all
Have
gotta
y'all ever
understand
been to
this.
a Hawaiian
chicken.
party, Slim? Y'all hear me out. Hear me out. We got to take our minds there because maybe somebody had to do this to eat it. Think about being at that Hawaiian party and that pig, they put some, dressed it up, make it look good. That's a pig with a skirt on.
No, I can't stand her.
Okay, well, hold on, but listen,
It
y'all
makes
can
sense,
y'all
though.
can make
His food
y'all can
selection
make
makes
fun
sense.
of me.
His food selection makes sense, you know what I'm saying? Because all of that, you gotta have shit that he could chew. You know he ain't got no damn teeth. That's why that shit like that, you know what I'm saying?
Listen, Miss Netra, y'all can
that
make fun of me if you
mushy ass
want
rice.
to, but are you saying pork, like pork chicken?
Yeah, pork
Oh
chicken.
yeah, that's
What the hell is pork chicken?
That's pig chicken. Pig chicken.
Pig, I thought pig is pork.
It don't make
I thought
sense.
chicken
That's
is a
why that
chicken.
plate don't make sense. The plate don't make sense.
And what is that on?
Wait,
It look
wait,
like a
is that
big ass print. It look like he took a flour out of grandmama
Sorry,
goddamn pot
Murky.
and put it on
Okay.
that other plate. That
Like
what
I
is
said,
that
y'all
supposed to
can
be like salad?
wait. So is it two pieces? Is it 2 pieces of meat? Are you saying pork and chicken? Or are you saying a pork chicken?
No, that piece of chicken look like a pig.
But how does it?
It's supposed to be chicken, but it's a pork. It's pig meat, girl. It's pig chicken. It's new. We never heard of it before. Just stay woke.
Oh, there's a such thing. Are you playing with me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
playing
you
with
playing
you.
Girl, that piece of chicken don't look like no pig. Look at the ears. Look at the.
Got a burger somewhere.
Yeah.
That food off the back of a truck, goddamn. All that food fell off the back of a truck. He got it from
I'm
the
sorry to anybody that went to this party. Now, right here where my glasses are, right here, y'all see my finger. Right here, there is a pig on this plate. There's an eye, there's a sprout, there's an ear. Let me show you what I'm talking about.
I see it now. I see it.
I
now.
know
see
y'all
it.
do. Look at this shit.
That's so.
Look at that picture and tell me. Look at it, comment cousins. Look at that face. I want y'all
Well,
to
they
concentrate
would've-
right here. Do y'all see this? Now look at
Just-
this chicken on the plate. Look at the chicken. I be down.
Just
I be down.
we would have been escorted out of there because I would have annoyed the
Am
hell out
I
of them.
right or wrong? That I could
Man,
not
I wasn't
eat that
even.
food.
I'd have told him I wasn't hungry.
I could
would've
not
kept-
eat that food because I thought he served us pig meat. And now that I went and got this picture off the internet, I know damn well I wasn't making shit up that night. Tracy, thank God we didn't eat the chicken. That was pig meat, girl.
Oh yeah, they
It
would
look
have asked
like
me to
that.
leave.
Don't it look like that, y'all?
I would have kept calling them over there and been like, "What is this again? What is this?"
Somebody
This is
need to put it.
disgusting.
I wish I could. I need to text it to him. In fact, I'm finna text it to him and say, "What the fuck was this that you gave us, man?" Look at that. Tell me that don't look like that, but turn the other
Look,
way.
the reason why I'm confused is because is it seasoned? It don't even look like one drop of.
No,
they said it wasn't
he
seasoned.
took the glaze and put it on the lamb chop. They said.
That looks like they just took that out of the bag, just put it right on there and
I'm
put it
talking
in.
with Jay Culture. Jay Culture, you know what? Jay Culture.
Sorry, I know I would have been
They
escorted out. I
told us
apologize.
last
I
night that he
apologize.
put the glaze on the lamb chop, girl. The chicken didn't get no glaze on it. The chicken was a pig.
Me and Just would have been headed to Whataburger. I'm sorry.
You damn right.
Right.
Yeah, we would have been headed to Whataburger, eating right there in front of y'all. We would have got that bag right
We
there.
didn't eat that bullshit.
Yeah, we didn't eat
girl.
that.
I got you, Michelle.
Oh, see now, Doc.
I know he called
Come
that
on,
broke, but he got
Gilgles.
some
Come
money.
on, Gilgles. Let me eat, y'all. Oh, I can't eat.
Yeah, please take that down, please. But when
No,
did
tell
you
the truth. Don't it look
Miss
like it,
Netra,
y'all?
didn't he-
Tell the truth.
Did he really pull a seasoning out of his jacket pocket? You know what I'm saying? And start seasoning the food right there.
Yes, he did. Yes,
he did.
You did what?
Okay, I'm gonna stop
Wait,
asking
say it
questions.
again, ma'am.
He
Because
pulled
the man had not
seasoning
got
out of his coat and started seasoning the green beans and shit.
Oh, you ain't see the chef, Slim? You ain't see the picture of the chef?
Nah.
I got a picture of him.
Hold on.
Is it somebody's
What
daddy?
he recapping? What he recapping?
Tracy, what's that?
Who's
That's
that?
where we had two different people in FOE that won that. Remember, Didi won the 250, and then another member FOE won with the best dress contest thing. But everybody kept saying FOE all through the night. FOE all through the night. But then
yeah.
we walked away with all the money.
Where the chef at?
We didn't walk away with all the money because I didn't walk away with none, Tracy.
I walked away with all too. Let me get the chef picture up. Hold on, let me find the chef.
And then you was called motherfuckers while you was getting the money.
While you was getting the money.
So
Shut
we
up,
were
motherfuckers.
So we supposed to
Y'all
put
want
some
this effing
seasoning.
money? Shut that fuck.
I guess we supposed to put seasoning in our purse or something now.
No, he
Girl, the way he did them people for that $200, I feel sorry for
Yeah,
him.
and then that girl when she ripped
You don't
up,
need
she
no
went-
seasoning with nature food. Like for real.
No, that's
you don't
what
need No. You're gonna be wasting your time.
The girl ripped the money by mistake.
What?
Yeah,
Ripped the
so
money?
you had to come up there and get child. Let me until you tell the story. I can't even tell it right.
No, Miss Netra,
Whenever
I'll be
people went up there to get their earnings, they winnings, and I'm convinced he was only giving back the money that he charged to come sit in that event. Thank you, Don Nicole. He only was giving back the money because it's $200 per person with 10 chairs at one table. So y'all do the math. Y'all do the math. If it's $200 per person,
And how
you
many
got
chairs?
10 chairs at one table, you just made a good lump sum.
Nah,
A good one.
He done tricked it all out because he back over there, know what I'm saying, with the cash app go look.
Yeah.
He recapping. I want to know what he recapping.
That's the chef that cooked all the food right there. That's him. That's the
No,
chef.
Lynn, it was two different prices. He had some people. Thank you, she and Sherelle. I love my pink dresses. He had some tickets that were $50. See, he over there screaming 50. I'm not talking about me with the $50 ticket. He also had $200 tickets. Mountaintop. Several people purchased $200 tickets.
Right.
So the ticket prices had two different prices on them. Stay woke. So his $200 tables had a VIP sign. Hear me out.
Write it right now, because I'm gonna write it for you if you don't write it right.
This was VIP.
Let me see.
When you walk by the table, you saw a piece of white construction paper laid on the table, and it said VIP, written in black marker.
They couldn't get the kids to put some glitter on it or something, or do something. Something.
That's,
I mean, I could
so
have got my kids
this
to do
table
some
sat
crafts.
next to our table.
Right.
We could reach out and touch the $200 chairs. Thank you, Lisa, for the subscription. Yo, so this is what VIP looked like when you walked in the room. You can't a comic. You're pathetic.
Yeah, he got y'all, know what I'm saying, on this food stamp bar, feel me?
He got
We in the kitchen.
Bubba, y'all paying for
VIP
players
tickets didn't
ball
look
like
nothing like that.
the players ball
At all.
lights. That's all they would pay for, the players ball lights and the goddamn in that food stamp. That's where all the money went. Know what I'm saying? I
The
swear to God.
DJ, I said the DJ.
On that slimy ass salmon and that tough ass goddamn lamb that he was supposed to be serving, and then he
Slim,
took the
don't trigger me
leaves.
with the food stamp.
He took the leaves off of his grandmama,
Right, right.
off of auntie
Don't
plate,
do
auntie pot in the corner, and said, "This is motherfucking spinach." You know, that shit did not. None of that food looked good.
Thank you.
None of that food looked good. I ain't gonna. It didn't look
None
edible.
of it.
The squash looked like it came from you know, like the Meals on Wheels people that be bringing you the little place to the door.
It sure do, don't it?
It sure did. I swear to God. It
But how did
looked like
that
Meals
might
on
be a little
Wheels.
better?
Y'all remember the Meals on Wheels meals? That's what it was.
Yep.
But how did it look
What it
like
was.
the chicken
Hey,
or pork
y'all.
chicken?
Hey,
The pork
Master.
chicken looked hard. The rice looked like gummy, and then the vegetables were water. How was it all those different?
Well, they was throwing up on the right. They was throwing up on the right.
That's gross, Jen.
We ain't even gotta break it
Throw it
down
up.
to the aesthetics. That shit, like they said, she said, look like throw up.
It looks like
Nick
All
could
of it
did
was
better.
good.
He would have been better
it's like
serving some
hard.
pasta or
It was
something.
good for human
I
consumption.
know. It looked like hard, soft, soggy, runny, all at the same time.
Do you
Got
guys have you guys really paid attention to how this man is really going off right now? He is
That's
sliding
what I'm saying. He's
down
recapping.
the
I wanted
wall.
to know what he's
Crashing out.
recapping.
He is, I mean, he is so mad. He was wiping his face. He is so freaking mad right now.
Let me see.
He is pissed off. And it's because
Oh,
nobody
he is
with
mad.
him. Everybody is opposite of him.
Clearly see.
And he can't stand it.
Motor skills
And
that
he
are
forgot how he got ate up by
not
Netra yesterday evening.
so
Yep.
Here he go, trying to make it be little touch.
to
Listen,
get her to concede the
both of them
argument,
still talking. It's crazy.
even though she has valid points, it's easy to get her to concede the argument to make it feel like she's wrong. We saw it yesterday. This is typical bully behavior.
We're bullies.
And so told, and he wrecked it, and the insurance company will eat my ass up. I've been paying a high.
He over there so mad, choking y'all.
Since this is February and November. Okay, so how do you
Get it, Pisces.
Oh, this was at Diamond.
I want to talk to you, but I don't want to talk to you in a way.
Yes.
Yeah, he recapping it, Miss Nitra. He
Yeah, he
recapping it
recapping it today.
because when they
Oh, I didn't know.
when they was over in when they was over in Blaze Live.
I didn't hear Diamond's live.
You know, he just said he was about to recap it.
Yeah, he got mad because when he was in Blaze Live, everybody
Oh, he
was
talking
like,
about Diamond. Y'all hold on,
hear,
let
but
me.
he wanted to play it. And Blaze told him that's okay.
It's really simple. Okay, damn it. I ain't been doing it in your life, okay? I try to express myself. I try to clear, you know, when I'm expressing myself, and I know I probably do annoy people, and I do apologize for that. But that's my only way of really remembering, because I forget. I'm an experienced data entry transcriber typist. I type fast. So, okay, a lot of times I type in paragraph.
tell us the tea. You got to.
That woman just sat up there and was pretty much sharing her work history and what what she does and what kind of work she does. But she's smart enough to bring the tea, huh?
We don't know that.
She's smart enough to bring the tea. She ain't smart enough for everything else. She got cognitive issues and all of that other stuff, motor skill issues, everything else. But she's smart enough for the tea.
The tea is little touch of this or that, or annoy the fuck out of my favorite group that I'm a part of. Okay? So
She feels like she's an annoyance. So what
I hadn't heard this shit, y'all.
Oh hell.
Oh yeah.
Boy.
Yeah.
I played for you yesterday.
Oh yeah, yesterday.
I hadn't heard this, y'all.
Shot o'clock.
That she's a part of.
Ooh,
What started it all?
The diamonds and say it.
Does it not sound a little needy? Somebody that desires just a little.
He started us.
And understanding who you're dealing with because you've had other interactions with this person before. Y'all gone and done other things, as she indicated. Netra indicated that they went out and had drinks and they spent time. So you know who you're dealing with.
He been running with this clip
So
ever
you know
since.
who you're dealing with. You know the person that you're dealing with. You know the personality of the person that you're dealing with. This is not some arbitrary meeting. This is not some happenstance, some come by night, come by day type shit.
Just wait. Oh, it's more.
This is somebody. This is somebody that you actually have an affection for, that has shown an affection for you, and y'all have some form of history.
This is such rhetoric and bullshit.
but they, it's like they trying to change who I am, Diamond. And I'm just an average person. You wouldn't do that.
Trying to change who I am, Diamond.
Really, to be honest, I'm really not.
Thank y'all for the, thank you, Marcia. Thank you, True Right Farm.
I don't think they trying to change you, babe. They won't do that. Honey, please, you just don't know. They trying to make me be the way they want me to be.
Who the fuck is they?
They want me to be. I gotta be myself.
She was talking about Elon Musk and she told me this.
They don't want me to speak my mind.
Talking about us.
They want me to speak my opinion. If my opinion is right.
In other words, she's clearly saying that they suppressed me over there. All they want is her money. All they want is her money. They don't care if she paid a $75 for some birthday trip. They don't care if she gives $1,600 for some cruise, as long as she shut the fuck up.
She never gave Tracy shit, so
You can come but sleep the whole time. You can come but leave everybody alone. You can come but don't nobody really want you to come. Don't nobody like you.
Can I, Tracy?
And I already said they said in the comment thing, but they were joking. They swore up and down that Little Touch was lying when she said that people were in the comments saying that they didn't want her to come. They didn't want her to come. And then Phenomenal Tide came up in the box and confirmed that they did say that, but they were just, how the fuck was Little Touch supposed to know they was joking? Huh? How they supposed to know that? Y'all think?
Oh, he know wrong Phenomenal.
Everybody don't go all the way to the top, though, right? But y'all expect her to figure out that people in the comments that saying that they don't like her, they don't want her to go, that she's supposed to figure out that they just joking. Huh? She supposed to, this woman who's selling the page y'all all this money for her to go. She's supposed to figure out who y'all say ain't got.
Thank you, the real Shantae.
And all this y'all let y'all let that white woman come up and cuss the fuck out. She's supposed to be able to figure out that the people in the comments, that FOE, that they supposed to figure out. She's supposed to figure out that they just joking.
He needs medication.
She's supposed to figure that out. Y'all just said y'all, but then you want to say that she got cognitive issues. But then she's supposed to figure other shit out.
I do not say she is special and got no issues. Y'all make up so people can hear this. I don't say that. I don't. I've been around in real life. I done spent the night with her. I don't say that. So he is going to spend this out there. I don't think she's slow and special. I think when you get to a certain age, everybody can wear a hearing aid. I told my husband this morning and my daughter, keep living. You too might put a hearing aid on. She got good fucking sense. That's what Miss Netra say. So you never know what you're going to go through. I never wore glasses, but everybody think I did.
I can't see up close without them.
I can't see without them. I couldn't see these comments without them. But at the end of the day, keep living. You don't know what you'll have. So she wears a hearing aid. That don't mean she's special.
No.
Please.
But how she
You're spitting that narrative. A hearing aid does not make you special.
Now,
folks.
one time did
I'm
I
here
ever
one-on-one
say I
with
didn't
you.
like that lady.
One-on-one with you. One-on-one with you. I used to do hearing aids at the doctor's office. Hearing aids don't make you special.
No,
She's
don't.
very well sure what she's doing.
She went over there. She went over there and started all of it. So, like I said, you can listen to it on your own.
Hold on.
You can listen to it on your own. You gonna hear everything she says.
Good sense, Katisha. Good sense.
Miss Netra. Miss Netra.
I'm gonna tell some of y'all right now, don't get on the wrong side of this argument.
A 5-year-old.
He don't want them to disagree with him. Y'all hear?
Miss Netra.
Listen at him, y'all. Y'all gotta listen.
And it tells who you are as a person. You disingenuous, insincere, uncontrite. There's no contrition coming from any of them. They don't. No contrition. It shows just how uncontrite all. And something in you does not put your confidence into regard. Fuck me. Fuck me. Fuck Bando. Fuck Ken Company. But leave me out of it. And something in your spirit does not put your confidence. As to how this woman was treated up there, knowing that her son had paid money for them to go on a trip with these motherfuckers.
Pause it. Pause it right now. Please. I'm gonna let Glam tell y'all something that Netra don't even fucking know, because that's the end of this shit. Glam, I want you to tell Netra, and I want you to tell all 512 people in here what Carnival Cruise Line told me today. Glam, you gotta tell their ass every fucking thing Carnival told us today. What that woman did today on Carnival Cruise. You better tell them. I promise Glam not to tell y'all. Glam, tell their ass right now.
She called, tried to switch her room to your room, and then they ended up canceling her cruise.
What happened? What happened?
God, Auntie,
What happened? I missed it.
She called and tried to put her room with your room to switch to your room.
Now
And
don't play
ended
with
up
me, because I've been on the phone
canceling.
with Carnival since today.
Yeah, we was on phone for 3 hours.
What happened? On the phone. What? Me, Glam, and Papa was on the phone. Do not.
She can't say I'm lying because I got the proof.
They sent another email. They sent another email to FOE to switch the thing out. Then it got canceled. Her thing got canceled out.
She tried to put her room with Netra's?
Some kind of way, something happened. Her name got put with Netra's room. Do not play with me. And I beg Glam, don't get on this app and say nothing about that.
Now go run tell that, Kev.
That means something happened in that conversation
I was on
with
the
them.
phone with these people ain't no joke.